Hello guys, welcome to Tuesday night Fly Casual X-Wing. Sorry we are a little bit late, but we had players playing and not rushing to get on stream. You've got me, well if you remember who I am, I've not been on for a while. We'll put the cam up quickly. So you've got Josh and Alex is with me tonight.
Hello, good evening everybody.
Back again, turn your volume down mate. There we go, look. We'll pop on and say hello quickly. So hello. You've got me and Alex tonight, so Alex is joining us now, and you've got Neil playing on stream, Rich. Yes, he's not been in store for ages, but he's back in tonight, so we've chucked him straight on stream. The new dream team, well, we'll see. We've got Alex in and a few other people try and give us a hand and mix it around a bit, so poor old Ryan isn't stuck doing Tuesday nights every single week, because he has been for a little while. I've not changed my hair again, my hair's been the same for ages. I've changed my beard though, but you didn't notice that. We'll drop the studio cam off and we'll jump to talking about the game, and then we'll pop it up a little bit later when we show you what the giveaways are. So,
Wicked.
See you in a little while.
See you in a bit.
Alright, so we've got some interesting lists, to say the least, in this game.
yeah, there's a lot of things that change in this.
Yeah, I wouldn't run these lists in their current form for either person.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan has been done a couple of times, but this...
I'd also run, but I'd run the supernatural version, I think.
Well, that's it. I'm really not sure about this heightened perception version.
Especially on Anakin, what are you achieving being
Well,
PS7?
And especially, I'm pretty sure he's got quite a meaty bid on this as well, no? This list?
What, Kylo's?
Yeah.
I think
99 and 83. Okay, yeah, so
it's not a
massive.
huge bid. If we go over here, we have to see exactly what it is. So he's 182. So it's an 18-point bid. It's a pretty fat bid, yeah. Against obviously Neil's only got a 5-point bid. So he's moving last anyway with Anakin. So why the heightened perception?
Well, that's what I don't understand. And there's a lot of things that me and a couple of other people have been talking about with the state of the meta in 2.0 at the moment.
Yeah.
We're thinking of flying ace lists,
yeah.
but we're like, either you don't get any of the cool toys and you have a ridiculous bid, 20 odd point bid, but then is that really worth not having
the cool toys?
Yeah. Or do you just go, well, a lot of lists are run into 199, 200 point lists. Do I just not have a bid and play without the initiative?
No, exactly.
I mean, you should be able to do both, really. So it's in a really weird place at the moment.
It's odd. Like, you can run 2 Jedis and Recollet at 190 points, but not have Duke or Fire Control or any of the like extra bits. But then you can run it 199 and have all the extra bits and all the toys and sense and all that, and do other bits. So it's like,
is that better? You know,
Wedge is going to struggle in this match.
Yes.
The Jedi moving after him is going to make his life difficult.
But I do see Wedge with this many points spent on him is an absolute beast.
He is a beast, but he still dies quickly because he's not got regen on there either. If you look at that's
true. Yeah.
That's R4 Astra on there
R4
rather than R2.
Is definitely a strange one.
What are you achieving from that R4? You're getting your hard...
Because he's got layer anyway, so it's not like you necessarily need to de-stress with Wedge.
No,
because when
you can still do their talent with using layer. Yeah,
you just layer it.
So you could definitely, I think you spend the 2 points and take R2 instead, because it's only a 2 agility ship, so it's a 4-point R2 rather than a 6-point R2.
Definitely.
So with Carlo's paying obviously the 6-point.
So Lando's double focus.
That is double focus. That's the focus Vade actually looking at it.
Okay, well,
but
good start. I don't think it's going to win.
Should we chuck them the big tokens just to make things a little bit easier? I've got to get them out. Carlo knows better. He's been in here enough. I don't actually know where they've hidden them. They've been gone for so many weeks.
And like veteran turret gunner is such a strange pick for
Such
Han.
a strange pick.
It's mental. I mean, I don't know how that's going to work out. Is it a more aggressive style of Han, of just trying to like cut lists in half, shoot from either side? I'm quite interested in how this game works out for both players here.
Yeah, really rogue choice, veteran turret gunner. Of all the gunners available.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Luke seems to be the flavour at the moment. 26
Yeah,
points
it's expensive though, but hot shot's nice.
Yeah, hot shot's
great,
especially with 2 6s.
Yeah,
and like, there's nothing more brutal than a wedge talk, especially when he's taking your focus.
Well, exactly.
from
So
you.
you shoot him with Han, strip the focus or or make them spend it, strip it, whatever, and then you shoot them with a torp, and it's just like, why wouldn't you choose that? Why would you choose that veteran turret gunner on a bow tie?
Yeah,
Like, it's
no,
such a rare chance of getting that shot off.
just-
Maybe that's Neil's lack of play experience recently coming into play.
Or
but-
is it something that he's found where Han becomes this massive threat? Because if you get behind Han and in front of Han, you know, you're going to get shot.
Maybe
If
it's
you're
like
on either
Swarm
side,
Killer
you're
Han
gonna
or
get
something
shot.
like, because it's got multiple tokens,
Yeah,
multiple
and
shots. So
obviously he's got the rerolls on both
Yeah.
shots because they're new shots.
that's true. So it's an efficient way to use the 2 shots.
Yeah,
It's not the best way to get the 2 shots. It's not like a Y-wing where you can stick them both at the front and shoot both the same target.
but like saying that,
3 around the debris.
are we going to see him use it? No, we won't use it here.
Don't know where his bow tie is. I'm assuming it's side to side.
Yeah. And I think this game for Kylo, he does come a lot down to.
He could use it if he boosts into that gap and
Yeah.
kind of maybe we'll use it straight off the bat and we'll be like, ooh,
It's
it's
landed
focus.
straight away, so you
Oh, so
can't
it's-
that if it's not your result.
Why would you hand reroll that?
Well, because it was only one result.
Oh, so you'd rather take 2 of anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And worst comes to worst, you blank out
and get 1 of
and get
something.
one of something, so you haven't lost anything really by
No, that
re-rolling
makes
that
sense.
dice. Because having the evade on Han is massive. Especially
Yeah,
when you
with
have
the title. Yeah.
But then also having a focus on Han just makes it so your opponent's sitting there going, well, it's actually a lose-lose whatever he rolls.
Hello, Mr. Townsend. How are you? I agree with you though. The focus, the evade is huge to the point of I regularly with Han would just opt to take the evade
Yes.
because I wanted the evade that much more than I wanted to risk.
But then there's almost no risk to Lando. 2 dice looking for 1 evade, re-rolled,
So
and then they have
2
to
dice,
decide
1
to give
evade.
you
You've
one.
got what 6/8 chance of rolling 1 on the first one, re-rolled. So you're likely to get 1.
Yeah.
With the re-roll. So
But then, does your opponent want to give you a focus, which you could then shoot him back and really hurt him with, or does he want to let you have that same evade that you wanted
Yeah.
from the beginning, because you can re-roll 3 dice
Three
on the
dice,
defense?
yeah.
Like,
not
And
a
then
2
you've
ship
got the
meta,
token.
Fishy. Not a 2 ship meta. This Anakin and Obi-Wan list should be no height and perception, no shield upgrades, and have Rick Olay in it. Is what it should be.
no,
Oh, and Obi-Wan should have a.
this is a very interesting kind of matchup for him to go against. Because imagine if you have both of those Jedi shooting at PS7, they could PS kill Wedge before he gets the fire, and that would be huge.
It would be huge.
I mean, at
Or
the
like
moment, it's-
another.
doesn't help. But
This actually, as rogue and weird as this is, these Jedi could be really good against other Jedi.
yeah.
Just killing them before they can shoot.
But so the position that Wedge is in currently, this is really where Obi doesn't want to be, because that's a trick shot. So that's what 5 dice.
Could be a
Torpedo.
5 dice proton torp for the rock
Yeah.
there,
And I think that's Wedge's target lock on him.
Looks like it, yeah.
So it could be
Because
huge.
Han took Lando, so you have
Yeah.
to assume that's Wedges. Assuming he does have the range.
So you've got that Jedi rolling what 2 dice
2 dice, 3 dice for the rock.
versus no. So it's 2 dice normally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
3 dice for the rock, yeah. 4 dice for the proton torp, 5 dice for the trick shot proton torp.
Yeah.
One of them hits becoming a crit with just a target lock though, no target lock focus.
Well, but no, isn't Wedge reducing 1? So 2
Oh,
normally.
yeah, 2. 1 for the
One
rock,
for the rock, and
lose
then
1.
Wedge
yeah,
takes
yeah,
one down,
to
so
2.
it's 5v2.
5 on 2. He just hit 3 out of hand with
With Han.
Han as well. But-
So it'll be spent his focus, used the force
Use
to get
force
that
to get focus back. Yeah.
which I think is such a great ability.
Yeah, but see, hot shot there removes that.
Yeah, it does.
Hot
remove
shot
that, yeah.
would, even if he spent it and got it back, hot shot would be like end of the turn, right, and now get rid of it. So,
Because Luke's at the beginning, there's nobody you can take to make the most out of the veteran gunner, can you? Because it's not like you could shoot at one side, then use Luke to rotate the arc, and then
no,
put
so
him
there
on it.
is, so you can do it with resistance and, is it Rose?
Right, yeah, because Rose
you can-
either
you
gets
can
the target
keep
lock or
spinning,
rotate,
yeah. Well, you'll notice he's rolling corset dice, Rich. He was rolling some black hyperspace dice that he'd bought or acquired from somewhere, and he was rolling average with them and was moaning. And I said, "We'll get your corset dice back out again then."
Yeah.
And he has immediately started rolling fire.
Oh, it's
Page, sorry,
yeah.
thank you. I know it was one of
Yeah.
them. Sorry, Laszlo. Or Sawai. Yeah, page that lets you shoot, rotate. So he could at that point he could have shot there, spun it to the front and shot there.
But then I guess Paige is a gunner, isn't she?
Yeah.
So it's not like you can take both veteran turret gunner
No,
and Paige.
that's what you can on the Star Fortress because it has two gunner slots.
okay.
So that's how it works. It has veteran gunner and Paige, and it shoots and rotates.
That's
And shoots and
quite good,
drops a bomb, or shoots and rotates, shoots
That's
and
crazy.
rotates back. So that was what used to be. It was offensive Vinny as they called it.
How many greens did Kylo roll?
Potentially,
Wait, if I missed that, yeah.
we might have missed that one.
Unless
Did he not? Did they forget the wedge? Because the wedge isn't a must. So
did Wedge fire a torp?
yeah,
It was definitely a torp.
yeah, he rolled 5
Right.
dice.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
so they've
yeah.
forgotten to take the wedge dice off, or
All right. So that's in tournament floor rules. Is that not 2 points? No, because Wedge is a may, isn't it? It's
I
not a
believe
must.
wedges are may, not a must. So
No.
no,
just one-
rolls
yeah.
one fewer. So that is both players getting a warning
Yeah,
in
that is
florals. So
both 2 points for both of those players.
yeah, that would be a floral warning, and it would be a rewind back to the original state and roll again.
Yep.
We're not going to enforce that tonight, it's only casual.
No, exactly.
Well,
Well, it's called fly.
but when they setting dials, so just remind them for wedge's ability.
So you want me to go out and remind them?
Yeah, just for future, just to
Yeah,
remind them
sure.
of wedge's ability. But that's all. Don't make them change anything. But yeah, we were discussing the florals earlier, and was it at Euros? I think, or Nova guy was in like a commanding position winning, and then accidentally flipped an opponent's dial rather than his own, and was awarded a game loss for it. And we looked through the floor rules and the rules reference, and actually that was a fair and right decision to make with the judge. So these floor rules are really going to impact these big tournaments if you do make a mistake like that. If a game can't be put back to its state and you're getting either 4 caution points, which is nearly a DQ, or a game loss for something like that. So there'd be 2 points each just for that if it was being enforced strictly and had a judge watching. Hey Chirag, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Chirac.
It's only just come on. Yeah, but it could be enforced through the
If somebody flips a dial.
Yeah, so I think it was at Euros. There was a rule in where a guy flipped, instead of his own, flipped his opponent's dial by accident and saw it.
Yeah.
And obviously there's no way to fix that.
So this actually happened in the start before floor rules existed.
But say that Lando says that actually was in place. There was something for that. But
Well, yeah. So at System Open series in Poland, it happened to James. His opponent flipped his dial, looked at his dial, and James went, "Well, I still had supernatural reflexes to do." So they called a judge over, and he just had to take a match loss for touching his opponent's dial.
yeah, that's what happened.
That's something you can't do. You just can't touch your opponent's dial. Oh, look at this. Look.
Yeah, definitely that's the way to do it.
Han's going.
Well, that's the
straight
thing.
up.
No, it wasn't a DQ, Fishy. It was a match loss.
Yeah, just a match loss.
But it was either by the floor rules and the rules that you can either get the judge's right to call is either a severe warning, so 4 warning points, 1 point off a DQ, or a match
For
loss.
a DQ.
What?
7 points for a
Is it
DQ.
7 for a DQ?
Yeah,
Big
I believe
tournament.
so.
Put a small
So
one.
you get to at least cheat majorly once.
One big cheat. But I like the floor rules. I think they're definitely needed. It gives our judges some support and a foot to stand on.
It gives everybody some consistency as
Yeah.
well. I mean, I hope to not get warnings, but
But that's what I was trying to point out. Like by the rules, these guys have had 2 points.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're both.
Absolutely, Lando.
Yeah.
It gives us something stable to work from, or all levels, all platforms, just so everyone knows. and everyone's
Especially
used to it.
the fact of whenever anything happened before, all the judges for the event would have to get together,
Together,
discuss
have a
what was going
discussion.
on. But now there's a bit of paper that goes, all right, this is what you do.
This is the
when
process I
happens."
follow.
Yeah.
Makes it easy. Makes it faster for everyone as well.
And you also don't get people complaining,
Target lock.
saying, "Oh,
And that's 4 there. I think there's a focus in there. Is he going to spend the force for it or not? No force. So just the 3.
3 into wedge."
Wedge rolls 2 evades naturally, which Neil will huff and complain about. Oh, 2 evades.
Why wasn't there more on my 2 dice?
I don't think so, Lazo. They're we may enforce a few of them if there's issues, but
I think
there is a whole piece about it in casual tournaments, and then monthlies will be classed as casual. A hyperspace trial and maybe vet tournament, we might be more likely to enforce into that.
Number 4 dice. I think it was range 1 into OB1. Yes.
Well, definitely. No, there's two different things. So there's a missed opportunity, which is when a card says may, and that is unlucky. That's a missed opportunity because you don't have to remind your opponents of mays.
Exactly.
But musts. So wedge is a must. Both. That's a game state, and both players have to uphold that.
So one thing I had to really improve was at the end of the turn regenerating my force, because it's just something that happens.
That's a must though. It has to be
It
done.
is a must. It has to be done, but you can still be given a warning for regenerating it at the wrong time if your opponent kicks off about it.
Well, that's ridiculous in SN. I think that's actually. Yes. But on that though, I should have been DQ'd in my game mode because the number of times I went, I'm regen. Once we started on the dials.
Yeah. But it's just. So it's another thing that you've got to remember, but that's fine because you get used to it over time. They haven't like gone, well, this is it, you know.
Yeah.
Everything has to change. You just have to be a little bit more conscious, and maybe that would be better for the game in total. Just slowing down and making sure you're going through all of the correct steps first.
Yeah, not slow playing, but just taking that breath to go. And now we're in this phase.
Yes.
Check. Now we're in this phase. Check. Dials.
And it'll be slow in the beginning, but once you pick it up all the way
Everyone
along,
picks the processes up. Yeah.
and I think people might start playing better when they're not just rushing through everything as fast as they
People
can.
do try and fly through, especially when you're chasing the game as well.
Yes.
Defra and I always remind my opponents when they miss maze as well, if I remember. Sometimes I forget as well, unfortunately. It's the new debris. Comes in the new expansion pack, the obstacle expansion pack.
The obstacle expansion.
The obstacle expansion. You get 3 bottles, and when you fly through them, you take 3 damage, and your ship gets a bit wet. Are you coming to join us, Matt? Great to have you. Well, I'm not here, but Alex and everyone else is, and Ryan and Kylo and Rasta and the whole everyone, loads of people. This is the biggest one. I know it's the last one, but it seems to be huge. Everyone's tickets are all but sold out, and it's good. So there's a few left. If you are not coming and want to, guys, anyone in the chat wants to come down this weekend, there are still a few tickets left. So head over to our website. You can grab your tickets there for what will be a fantastic weekend of X-Wing. Looks like 5 rounds each day as well, so huge tournament.
And also, just if you have any big tournaments coming up, now is the time to practice. I know for definite, I will be practicing for Worlds.
Well, that's
now until the end of time.
I assume you've heard the latest thing about Worlds, though, that the next wave will be legal for Worlds as well.
Yeah.
Which is disappointing for lots of people. Doesn't give you that long to practice with it, about a month.
But this is one of the things that I was thrown for Worlds last year. I was running the list for a little while, and then I went, no, Worlds is coming up. I need to take one of these serious meta lists. Yeah. And I put in a little bit of playtime with it, and then wholly regretted not taking the first list when I got there.
George had the same thing where he was trying to tool against Ghost Fen and took Ray Lowrick. And he said he should have just took his list. He loved and enjoyed.
There was next to no Ghost Fen there. I was one of the only Ghost Fen players, and obviously everyone had the same idea as George and went, tool for Ghost Fen. Whereas if he took his list, he could have beaten all the lists that toured for Ghost Fen.
Absolutely, Sam's Craft, more than welcome to come down and just watch. We have a big screen on, and there's plenty of players playing around anyway. Just come down and enjoy the day.
Just chat with people.
Yeah,
everybody
absolutely.
here is
everyone's friendly and welcoming, so just say hello on the way as well. Watch games and learn. It's the best way to do it. I did it a few times before I played.
What is the next wave?
Yeah, so for Worlds, the Y-Wings and the Nantexes will be legal. That's been.
I don't think there's too much in either of those lists that's too meta-defining. I'm sure
there'll be a few
swarms.
Nantex swarms with the shackle or whatever it's called.
Yeah. But it's like, if you're not having an issue with swarms now, the Nantex aren't going to make swarms.
No. And it won't be a huge swarm. I think it'll be a 5.
Exactly.
And then they've got the Y-Wings could be interesting.
But also, the time that those people have to learn is the time that you have to learn how to beat it.
Yeah.
So you're both given the exact same amount of time. So I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not that
I know there was some
horrified by it.
concern with lots of the top players that were also playtesters having that bit longer, but
But
they
that's
won't
gonna
have
be-
played against proper metalists with it yet and all that kind of stuff. So
That's also going to be with like every wave ever, because playtesters, when the Jedi came out, playtesters would have had 3 months
Yeah.
before everybody else to playtest them.
what days Worlds? What dates you're going to?
I don't even know the date of
October
Worlds.
something.
I know that I'm going from the 14th, which is a Monday, to the next Monday.
Yeah.
So I think it's Thursday, Friday. All I know is I'm playing on day 1B. Because last year I played on the first day, and I didn't feel I had enough time to.
16th, 17th, 18th, 19th.
There you go.
And technically the 20th, but that's just Destiny Day 2. So the 16th is the last chance qualifier and the Coruscant Invitational. So that's the invitational from the System Opens. And the last chance qualifier for those that, if you can get there and play, you could win your chance into Worlds. And then day 1A is the 17th, day 1B is the 18th, and day 2 is the 19th.
I know that.
Yeah, no, absolutely okay, and that's like what I think. And I think you have got enough time. It's just, if we look at all these other waves recently, it takes a good month or two, maybe even longer for the meta to shake out once the wave drops. So I don't know if it's going to have that much effect.
Yeah.
Because you're either going to get people who are going to jump on it really hard,
Mm-hmm.
or are just going to go, no, we're going to leave it and carry on with what I've got.
Well, yeah. So I'm pretty sure.
What, scrubs like
everybody's
you,
in the
Mr.
same boat.
Fishy, who are going, or at least have an invite.
Yeah, Fishy is going, right? I'm pretty sure Fishy.
Well, he definitely has an invite.
Fishy, you're going Worlds, aren't you?
Rise of the Sick meta. No, because nothing. That's the thing. So I wish it was, but nothing new's coming out from the 6. So
Well, yeah. They. Oh no, it's Sis that get the thing that makes Swarms better.
what's that?
Yeah. He gets free flights.
You get free flight. Oh, you won nationals, didn't you? Oh.
So what? Did they not sort out your accommodation for you as well?
No,
What? That's awful.
I think it's just free flights. Yeah.
Yeah. So people like the.
It was
look
like
of
the Euros got
Did Euros get
accommodation.
flights and
and-
accommodation.
yeah, I think so.
Flights are cool anyway. Like accommodation wasn't that bad. I
Yeah.
think we paid like 180 for an Airbnb. For
So
the-
you
for the
Airbnb
week.
in?
Yeah.
Airbnb. Who's it? Like 5 of you or something?
No, just me and James.
Oh, you and James.
Yeah. So
I
the
didn't know if it was you, James, George, Sim, like
no.
squad.
Well, because George and Sim will get FFG.
Oh, they'll be in accommodation because of Sim.
Because Sim won
Yeah.
Worlds. Yeah. Kevin's staying in a hotel 5 minutes from the actual stadium itself. I think
Yeah.
we're about a 15-minute drive about.
Yeah, because it's a different place this year, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
It's
it's
a bit
held
further
in
into Minnesota.
A different arena, which is always good. I mean, the flight center is cool, and as like a fan of everything Star Wars and FFG, it's like, yeah, it's very cool.
Well,
But it's not really designed to hold
yeah, I
tournaments
think that
like
was
this.
I think that was the thing they went with. And did I hear correctly that someone else owns it?
Yeah, so
It's their centre, but someone else owns it, and they're using it for another event. Or something.
it's a strange one. Like, so the Asmodea run in the tournament, but
Yeah.
it's FFG that own the flight center, the
Yeah.
building. So it's just a strange blur between the two of them. Oh look, Clive's staying across the road from
From
Kev.
Kev.
Wicked. I mean, funnily enough, we ended up on the same flight as Kev by
Did
accident.
you?
Yeah. So Kev is flying from Birmingham to Dublin.
Yeah, and then
And then he's got a 4-hour wait, and then he's flying out. We're flying from London to Dublin, and we've got an hour and a half wait, and we get on the same plane as Kev.
you might be on the same plane as Kylo.
Possibly.
He's
yeah.
flying Birmingham to Dublin on
Yeah.
the Wednesday. He's flying out
No, we're flying out on a Monday.
Oh, okay.
Kev is as well.
a bit earlier then. But in Dublin, you do all the American passport control in Dublin, don't you? So
Yeah.
when you get to America, you just get off and stroll into America rather than have to do all
So
of that.
I've been on a connecting flight twice in my life, and both times it went horribly wrong.
Oh really?
The first flight was so heavily delayed that we missed the connection, and they had to put you up and stuff. I spent 4 days in Milan trying to get back from ETC.
That's mad. It's because they messed it up, so they put you up and they have to do everything, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, it's quite a stressful thing, but at the same time, I was like, 4 days in Milan for free, I'll take it. It's alright. So what is going on here? Wedge seems to have really got himself in a
In a
bad
hole,
spot,
yeah, but he's not lost. He's not been
He's not
damaged.
taken any damage.
Yeah. Obi's
he's
lost
not
2 shields.
done any
from that
damage.
sort. No.
Oh, he's
Here comes
taken-
Anakin into have a go. So that'll be a range one.
How's
And
yeah,
he's
Han's
target
still
locking,
perfectly fine.
with his force. That's going to be painful for Wedge.
Veteran turret gunner is out of an arc you haven't used, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't
So
use
you
the
can't
same
just
one. You can't double tap out the same side.
eye,
Yeah.
Is there anybody that lets you double tap out the same side?
Well, it's a different arc, so you can do it at the same side at the front with the wire wings that have and the
Right.
things that have the turret and the printed
But
front arc.
you can never shoot, say, both out the left-hand side.
Left hand bow tie. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that seems fair enough.
That's
It's not
3
so
dice.
nice being run.
I think it's 3.
Oh, look at that! Look, you could tell Clive has got himself sorted because we looked at direct flights and
Yeah.
they're a lot of money. You know, in
But
the
if you can occasionally find them.
well, that's it. But the price we'd spend on a direct flight paid for flight and accommodation, so it was very much a toss up there. I mean, I'd love to fly direct. I hate aeroplanes. I hate
Yeah?
everything about aeroplanes. I'm
Really?
the worst person to fly with. Yeah.
Oh, doesn't bother me at all.
No,
It's just like getting on a bus, isn't it?
being stuck in a tin can for hours on end, and like I can't
You
go
sound like
and
a mum
smoke
hates it.
anywhere. And
Oh, I don't have that issue. So.
yeah, well, I'm one of those bad people. And then like you run out of things to do, and you're sitting there, and then you start people watching, and then
And then you get worried about the people you're watching.
well, exactly, or you just get angry at them because you haven't had any of your nicotine or anything, so you're just sitting there full of rage in this stale tin can for 8 hours. I mean, the first time we went we were quite lucky. We got on the in-store, like the first featured movie on the in-store, like the in.
So
like,
Bistan can do it, but against a different ship.
well, that's all right. Yeah, that's fine. Especially if you're getting trick shot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, was Rogue One. So everybody sat there and watched Rogue One.
Oh,
It was
nice.
wicked. But yeah, I start mucking about with these weird little poker games. I learned to play poker on an aeroplane. Yeah, so this was our other route to Iceland or to Amsterdam. But it's like
I occasionally sit on Skyscanner and like just see what I can find. I found flights to America for £100 the other week.
oh nice.
It's like to some random airport in like New England, right? Like literally the closest airport you could possibly fly
Yeah.
to via Iceland.
So the thing that we were laughing about was when we were on Skyscanner looking at it, you know, sometimes down here it's got those deals.
Yeah.
It was like flights to Minnesota, and I was like, this is strange. In November, 210 quid. I was
Yeah.
like, I wish Worlds was in November.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough, PJ. I understand that.
Yeah, that gets it.
Alex, he sent you his top tip for long haul flying.
Oh god. Let's have a look.
There you go, 414. Like, they're still not that expensive. You can find them.
Yeah, that's what we paid pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, that's not enjoyable.
Oh yeah. That makes complete sense, Kay. He's saying just look after the people on the plane rather than freaking out.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the problem is, I'm going to try that this year and just see if it works. Airports don't like me in general. I can't get through security
Thank
without
you,
being
Brian. You know,
stopped or
I did so
searched or
good.
swabbed.
I did so good on the way out to France. I was like, so blah, 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 off I go. Yeah, fine. Way back, I was the same. And I walked up. I've been in France for a week, and I speak reasonable French, and I've been there a while anyway. So, and I've been like south of France at my mate's house. So no one speaks bloody English. So I walked up and I was speaking, and she asked me to open my bag or something in French. And I was like, I'm really sorry. Can you just ask me in English?
Yeah.
And she gets out, and I open it. She's like, "Don't touch anything." I was like, "Okay, sorry." And then she starts swabbing things. I'm like, "There's not any bombs in there. There's nothing." It's like, and then I pull out my EpiPens, and she's like, "What are these?" Oh, fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
see-
I'm getting frisky at this rate.
Kay knows what he's talking about. I'm going with his tactic this time, and I think I'm gonna get either some nicotine gum or some patches.
That's a good idea.
Um,
Can you vape on a plane?
no, you can't do anything. Whoa, wait, where did Wedge go? What happened there?
He just got deleted by the 2
Jeez.
Jedis at range 1.
Was it before he shot as well?
Yeah,
Oh, that's horrid.
heightened perception.
I can't believe that worked.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
What was that about?
What is that? We bitched and moaned about it, but that's just how we dropped him. So
That's really bad.
we were too busy looking and talking about flight costs. Sorry.
When you Oh, Rich is talking about. I swear it's from Die Hard, where like you get off the aeroplane and to ground yourself, you take off your shoes and socks and just sort of rub your feet in the carpet. So, but then everything in America freaks me out. American toilets just do my nut.
Why?
Because they're over full. Like, you go in the toilet.
There's too much water in them.
Yeah, way too much. It's like you can sit there. It's the only toilet you go to. You sit there and you end up with wet nuts afterwards. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh, say that's bad. I was in France and I was in my mate's hometown, and I was like this wine festival. I was like, I need to lose. Oh, there's the toilets just down the bottom of that road there, and there's like public toilets of town.
Toilets down the road.
Yeah, just on the bottom of the road, just on the bottom road down there. So I walked down to him, and no, not his house, like in the village,
Right,
where
yeah.
the festival was. So I walked down to it, and you walk in. There's just this open doorway, no door, it's open. 2 urinals on your left, cubicle in front of you, just for everyone though.
Yeah.
So I stood there having a pee, and like 2 women walk in to use the toilet. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So we had this kind of thing in Cork. They had shut off the public toilets, and there was one set of toilets.
Yeah.
But anyone could go in there. But you had a whole bunch of old blokes standing outside, waiting for a woman to walk out, so that they could all run in and pee. So they went in the toilet at the same time.
This was no one
But
cared.
it was just such a weird thing. I mean, all of these countries just seem to have little bits that are strange about them. What's something to them?
How many times did you watch the original Star Wars trilogy while someone serves you with food and drink?
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know, planes just get to me.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason why like flying to worlds is it really affects my game. Like,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I get there, I feel tired from the jet lag. I've just spent hours on a plane, and then
Maybe being on a Monday, then you've got all that time
Well,
beforehand
so
to
that
do
was
you
the
better.
plan.
Yeah.
and
Can acclimatise and
all
stuff.
of the American drinks are made with this high fructose corn syrup. No word of a lie, if you're not used to it, I was hallucinating, I felt sick, I was sweating, I was just standing outside
not do-
staring off into
Do
the
they not
road.
do like diet ones?
Well, I don't know. I've realised there's only a couple of safe drinks out there. So coffee, but it's all made with UHT milk.
Oh.
So it don't taste great, but it's not going to mess you
Yeah.
up. You're not going to be hallucinating. And the Red Bull is unchanged.
Oh,
So
okay.
as long as you just drink coffee and Red Bull, you're fine. Yeah, look, Kay's just,
Same thing.
just
Takes your socks off, make
it's
fist
very
feel free.
die hard. This, I mean,
And then, well,
I hope I have to die. I don't have to die hard on the plane.
I'm sure like they must do diet ones that don't have this like sugar in it. So maybe just find them.
Yeah.
Top tips for soft drinks in America, guys, or just mixer drinks. So that
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, maybe, and like just drink water.
just
maybe.
drink.
Yeah, that
I
might
bet
be a good
even the
idea.
beer has sugar in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, but their water has sugar in.
And like the
Unless you
food.
get the unaltered water,
Yeah.
what's the water has sugar in?
I really struggled with the food. Yeah, I don't eat healthy in this country. You know, I'm not.
But you're a saint over there.
Exactly.
You know what a carrot is.
Well, that and the fact of like everything is sold in massive portions. At the airport coming back, I was like, "Oh, I'm not hungry. We'll go to Arby's." And I was just like, "Yeah, I'll just get." I was thirsty. I'll get the biggest drink they have.
Yeah.
I needed a trolley to carry this drink out, and I had taken like 4 sips, and I was like, "I need to pee." So I went to pee. I came back, started to drink a bit more, went to pee again, and I just kept going to pee. James was getting so angry that every 2 minutes I was off to pee, where I was drinking this bucket of drink. And like afterwards, I could wear the cup as a hat. I looked like the new pope of the airport.
We might see a situation where we actually get this vet turret gunner off here. Oh no.
No,
Maybe
look at
next
that,
time.
making the most out of his fine tune though.
Yeah.
Drink diet. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm not making.
Takes damage. Oh no. Back to normal.
Oh no. It's not like he's got 2 seconds of regen as well after this. So do you think this was a misplay by Wedge here? I don't know how Kylo hasn't taken more damage, because that should have been 2 5 dice torps.
He had 1 5 dice top.
Yeah.
He rolled 3 on. Evaded 1, took 2.
Yeah.
That's the 2 shields off Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's then regened it back. There's 4 dice now. And I don't think he got the second top off.
Right. Now I'm sitting here thinking, will Neil's list be better if he had, instead of taking Han, I get it's a pilot skill 6, but like the amount of points that he's spent
Yeah.
on it, if he had changed Han for Lando to give more actions to Wedge,
Yeah, you
would
like
they
the
have hurt that
coordinator.
Jedi more?
Maybe. They definitely had the double mod on the top though.
Well, that's it. But yeah, the double modded torp might have done a lot better. And like, I quite like
Oh
Lando.
wow! Carlo's dice have been really fiery. Like he's hit with everything every
Yeah.
time. And don't get me wrong, Jedi with a target lock and the Force, especially when it's 3 Force, are really really efficient.
But usually you find by this point in the game, the Force
Is depleted,
Yeah,
and
it
like
has,
you're managing it really heavily, but it's hard for us to see with those those gold tokens. They do shine very much.
And this is why I love Mace. Mace has so much versatility to him.
I like Mace, but I tried earlier. I was just playing with lists, so I ran Mace, Luminara, both 7B, both regen, with Rick Olay regen, fire control, Duke. Really cool. Struggled a little bit with the PS4s, and then I
Yeah.
switched it around for Anakin 7B, Obi-Wan calibrated,
Yep.
both with regen,
And
Rick without the Duke and
Yeah.
without the thing. And actually, that list was really good. And what I liked was that actually they were almost two different ships.
Yes.
Anakin and Obi-Wan. You flew them differently and did different things with them.
Yeah.
And calibrated works really well with Obi-Wan's ability.
Yeah, really
because
well.
you can always change that focus and change multiple ones. You're not burning
Yeah.
through your force like you are with everyone else.
That's it, and you've still got it for defense
Yeah.
if you needed. So I ran today, and I've been running it for a couple of games now. I've had quite good success with it. So it's 2 Gold Squadron Torrents,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan with Delta 7B regen spare parts canisters, and then Mace with Delta 7B
You fit all that.
R2 Astromech and Sense.
I love Mace with Sense.
Um,
Sense is so good.
and it's just really good.
Yeah, I love Sense.
I'm tempted to try Anakin with R2, Mace with R4
P17 and third ship. So
I
you
mean-
can go either 2 Torrents or Rick.
Oh, Rick. I mean, so I played Rick, Anakin, and Mace for a little while. It was alright, but Rick just did not seem to. Although he dodged everything and stayed alive forever, and with regen was annoying, he done no damage.
Yeah.
There was no. Without that Duke, he was just not a threat.
Yeah, because you're always thinking defensively with him, so you're like, oh, I need to focus for defence.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I need to barrel away. You never get any attacking mod, so you're kind of at the mercy of your dice a bit with him.
Yep. So
Yeah, Torp Y-Wing's going to be horrible. Have you seen, is it Matchstick?
Matchstick.
So I think it's Matchstick. He says you may reroll. I think it's when attacking, you may reroll X number of dice for the X equals the number of red tokens you've got, or something like that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But we broke it already. So, you remember the Sinker Swarm?
Yes.
The one that they swapped out one of the arcs for Rick.
Yeah, yeah.
Swap out Rick for Matchstick,
Yeah.
right? With Vet Turret Gunner and Dorsal. Assuming that's under 50 points, which I think it will be.
Yeah.
Target locks count as red tokens. So turn
Wow.
1, all of your swarm
Yeah.
target locks him.
Yeah.
He's then sat there with 5 red tokens on him. He can reroll 5 dice every attack.
Right, but how did you swarm target lock him?
Because you can target lock friendly ships.
Oh, is that like a?
That's the thing, yeah.
So does that droid not exist anymore that allows you to target lock your own ship?
It exists, but it says you're allowed to attack your own ship.
Oh, why would anybody do that? Why did they release these cards? What?
It's a scum thing, innit? I love the Chopper card. That's Chopper.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because
That's either really good or terrible.
that jams you if there's nobody in
If
range.
there's no one at
right?
range, you get jammed, but if
Yeah.
someone at range, you can jam your enemies. So
Yeah.
it's very
It's
choppery.
such a weird thing. Yeah, I love Chopper. I quite like this
Guy,
Jedi
Matchstick.
snapshot.
Yeah, Foresight, is it?
While you perform in primary attack.
Or turret attack.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
one attack
okay.
dice for each red token. So if you've got multiple friendly targets locked
then
on
you
you,
just focus
which
up.
when you engage with that list, that Sinker Swarm, you don't target lock.
Yep.
Oh, look who it is.
Right, well,
Hey, mate. So yeah, you just put him in a swarm, target lock him, giving him as many rerolls as he wants, and then
just a focus token. You got
Yeah.
double mod without actually having
It's
double.
mad.
And it doesn't matter what ship you're attacking
Yeah.
either. You don't need to target
you
lock
just
that.
constant
Yeah.
double mods. So if you've got Torps as well, I know that you won't fit Torps in that list, but yeah, hey dude, how are you? Good to see you, buddy.
It's mental.
It's just, Ryan pointed out, I was like, that is broken.
Yeah,
like,
they're just-
that's ridiculous.
I didn't know that you could target lock your own ship.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I thought it was like a thing you had to take a droid for it. But yeah, I'm looking at that that Jedi snapshot.
Yeah, force.
If it's not many points, I could see it being used.
4 of them with
quite
it.
a lot.
4 of the knights with it.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, like even so, if I switched sense across to Obi-Wan, and then
Yeah.
just if that's like 2 or 3 points, which I think it will be,
Yeah.
just putting that on Mace becomes even more of a pain. Like he does a red salute, gets a force back, and instantly you can do that.
Yeah. After ownership executes a maneuver, you may spend 1 force performance attack. It's a bonus attack.
You may change.
You may
one of
change one result. Your dice can't be. I thought that like synergised really well with CLT, but it doesn't.
them. No, wait, can you add?
No,
Yes.
add counts as modification. We looked it up in the rules
Right, okay,
reference.
yeah, that's fair.
Because that would be
Is it
rolling
though?
2, adding a third,
No, because you're adding a result. aren't you?
adding a result counts as modification. Adding a raw
Right,
dice
okay.
doesn't. So adding a result there would, and I was like, but that would be like 2 dice, adding a focus which you can model at 5 straight away.
Yeah,
So you're
exactly.
guaranteeing a hit every time. But it didn't work.
No.
A bit disappointed.
But I still think it's quite cool.
It's cool.
Rubbish.
It's rubbish, is it?
Why are you
Totally-
gonna start on it?
Rubbish.
Is it because you don't like Jedi, or just because you think it's actually
Range 1
rubbish?
to 3 in Bullseye.
Also, whose alpha spray is that? Who has a red and white alpha spray?
With it's the one with the sun pattern on it, isn't it? Is
Yeah.
it Plo Koon? But red.
No idea.
Right. 4 hits from Kylo yet again for about the 12th time this game. Oh, Neil, of course, was not.
Well, it makes a change for Neil to be on the receiving end, to be fair.
Well, he's not. His dice have been equally fiery.
C110P's the droid. He's the one.
He's good. This is mad, though. We were saying how mad
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is.
That's
It's
crazy.
either great or just going to shaft you.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I love it.
But then again, if you take it on a Jedi, it's not the end of the world because most of,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not necessarily using your actions. So if you jam yourself, it's like,
Just
oh,
get
well,
a stack
whatever,
of
innit?
Jedi.
You must jam.
Yeah.
Range to
But
yeah.
if you've already used fine tunes and you're going to use force to modify anything, the only thing you're ever going to lose is like the
Yeah,
target.
to be
lock
fair,
attack. So
the
it's
two
not that bad.
the 2 times you use that,
That'll be
it's
good
going to be
against-
rare. It's not going to get to that side overly quickly unless you wanted
It'll be
to.
good against imps that rely on target locks for strikes and stuff.
Steve.
And that high, that sort of thing that's my kind of thing. It's just a shame it's a Republic only.
Right,
Yeah.
because you'd want to take it.
I'd
on-
want to put it on
yeah.
Scum.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd be
definitely.
cool. That'd be brutal on Scum with the other stuff they've got.
What's the small ship one that's in the
What do
in the
you mean?
expansion? There's one card which is a small ship one which looks quite interesting.
Oh, is that the predictive reflexes or whatever it is?
No, it won't be a Force-based one.
Just click on something.
Yeah.
One of these.
Start strong.
Oh,
No.
2D2 as a pilot.
I love how it's
3PO is going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
I haven't read what any of this does.
Goji. We'll go for it in a minute. Delayed fuses. Yeah, the new reflexes is small only.
What's the point in taking
Well,
this?
Force
Got
upgrade, isn't it?
invisibility
Well,
that you can
because
put on,
you
like,
put him in it.
what, so he can just keep delaying
That's
as
it.
much as he wants.
Precognitive reflexes.
So you got to be Force power.
Yeah, it's like the fake
Yeah,
supernatural.
that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
The only thing I thought about putting that on was Kylo, but then if you look at Kylo, that the ability of the card will actually counteract the ability of his.
Yeah, he
Of the
can't do
ship.
his boost afterwards
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah, so you gain strain.
It just seemed very much like this is a poor man's supernatural reflexes.
No, it literally is.
It's for, I think it's for things like the little Jedi Knights,
Yeah.
or maybe if you're trying to fit. No, I don't know.
It would give a few ships a boost.
The internet going mad for
Used to be
Steve.
used.
Wow, jeez, didn't realise I had that much sway.
Look at Neil's dice there. What do you give for a focus?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, probably.
Oh, he's gone and landed on the debris field, hasn't he?
What? He
Stressed out that hard.
needs Kanan on there.
Yeah.
Wedge got by heightened
Yeah, so,
perception.
so precog is. I think it looks quite interesting on the
There's
right
a bit of
ship.
smoke for that. Yeah.
That'll do well on like the unnamed Jedi.
Yeah,
Knights
Jedi
and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I was
yeah.
thinking. But then I think that might be better on the
Yeah,
unnamed
that's what
Jedi.
I
What,
think.
Foresight?
Foresight
Yeah.
on 4 of them.
Just
I
like,
think that Foresight is built for Mace.
well, that's
like
it.
you were
Yeah,
saying,
I'm
built for
definitely. Yeah.
What else got? See, some of these pilot abilities are actually really
So,
interesting
did you hear
as
what I
well.
said about Matchstick?
No,
About
not interested in Anakin because he'll be everywhere.
so Matchstick, you run him in the swarm, and target locks count as red tokens, and he gets to re-roll attack dice for every red token on him.
Yeah.
So you can friendly target lock him, which gives him a red token.
So
Yeah.
turn one.
So you run him a swarm with, say, the Sinker and the Torrents.
Yeah,
Turn 1, just all of them target lock him. You never use your target locks for attack anyway in that list.
yeah,
And then he's getting 5 rerolls
yeah.
every time. Full
Yeah,
mods.
yeah. and you know, when the cards like this come out, it's already broken. You know, so it's about. It doesn't take long to find out what's actually going on with what these are.
There's some cool stuff in there.
The Ahsoka Cruise looks quite interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna. C-3PO's gonna be everywhere. Our ball will actually work in a wowing. I think it'll be the first one he fits in.
So I quite like that ability on a PS5.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I like that. Our ball is good in that one.
But that C110P is just madness for me.
It's good, man. That's all for me.
He's like, you can
evades.
perform a red evade action even while stressed.
Yeah.
So it gives you like, it's almost like a pseudo debris gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but you can do it while you're stressed.
Wait.
And then
If you run him, if there's a ship that can take him and debris gambit, that's
No.
a white. That's a white action.
No, it won't, because it specifically says it's a red action.
Yeah.
I swear
Yeah,
it
And
won't.
debris
perform a
gambit.
red
Says,
action.
and debris gambit says, when
you
you
would
perform,
perform a
if you
red-
perform a red action, you may turn it white.
Yeah.
So it will
you
become
can
a white
double
evade.
that with debris
Yeah,
gambit,
nice,
it goes
alright,
white.
wicked.
But you still have to spend the charge.
Yeah, so you only get it twice, so it's a bit.
Yeah.
But
But
might as well
when
just do the
and then
debris
you spend
gambit
the card.
evade.
See, then he turns into almost like your autopilot drone that just wants to go in and blow stuff up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's just going to go in and make an absolute
Flying.
nuisance of himself.
Jam
So
something.
you stick him on something that tanks up to the max.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
going to wreck swarm lists.
Well, that's it. That's
It's
why.
so funny. Just fly at multiple things and have a jam.
Oh, you could have on Mace. You could have Chop and the pre-shot, and you just fly Mace into the middle of the pile and just go. I'm going to pre-shot everything, and you can have a jam token, and then I'm just going to shoot normally.
But he's not. He's Republic only, is he?
Yeah, he is Republic only.
It's a shame because you could jank him up with some scum stuff.
Yeah, but it's chocolate.
So when you receive a jam token, you can have Overseer Yushi and just turn it to a stress.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
That's the
Right,
problem with
that sort of
Scum.
thing.
Yeah. They can just take that ability and just combine it with 3 others, and all of a sudden it'll just instantly kill you.
Steve.
Is Steve down at the weekend?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Possibly, PJ.
Who's that? PJ. Hi. Hi, mate.
I did wonder if we were seeing you tonight. I saw your post on Facebook. I'm going to be in the car for a while, and I thought, oh, it's a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Does that mean?
It's only taken me 2.25 hours to get here.
Really?
Wow.
I left Cambridge at about 5:30.
That's an extra hour on that journey, isn't it? Because of the traffic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is the A14 still closed?
No, it's not closed. It's
Okay.
just really heavy. It's really rubbish.
Yeah, I think Kyle's going to 200 this ridiculously.
How are you finding your southern life?
Stressful.
Yeah.
Until it all settles down. Stressful. But it's all right.
What's Cambridge like?
It's like Loughborough, but more expensive.
Right. Yeah. I can feel that.
And lots more of push bikes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You need to get one.
Yeah, just jump on the
Are you up here now then?
Yeah, I'm up here now. That's me sorted.
Good on, bro.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all good.
He got scared by an old lady the other day.
What, near Burton?
Well, yeah, that's it. I'm walking down the canal with George. Comes up. Oh, hello. How are you doing? Did you know that a guy jumped in the canal to save his dog? Nearly had a heart attack. And I'm sitting there going, why are you talking to me? What is going on?
Yeah.
What is this? Why have you decided to come and talk to
People
me?
are different from like the
Yeah.
East End and stuff.
That's what George
Right,
said.
but
George was like,
standing there
Alex is
even
looking
thinking-
behind him thinking someone's going to jump him because
Well, that's it. I'm like, what? Is someone going to mug me now? Is this,
No,
this
it's
your new
not set
diversion
up.
tactic?
It's not
Like,
set
what's
up.
going on?
It's just a
It's
nice.
just
People are just
people
nice.
talking.
But there was
Different way of life. I
one
think,
guy that I just could not get my head around. Walked down past us as we're coming out the forest mouth. He walks down past us, goes in the forest. A couple of minutes later, he's behind us. What did he do for, 30, 40 seconds in the mouth of that forest? What was that?
I don't know. Maybe he's buried
Maybe
some
just-
treasure.
Really? Well, that's it. That's what I was saying. I was like, I think we should follow him because he either buried treasure, murdered somebody, or he's going for like some sort of deviant thing.
Yeah, he's maybe checking his cameras.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
One.
it's just mental.
One hit there, one damage through there.
We're out fishing, and this old bloke comes up and has a full-on conversation about fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what people
Why have
do.
you got time for that? Like,
Because like
People
Yeah,
in London don't talk
pace
to
of
each other.
life, man.
But up here,
It's-
like,
it's
you're sat on a
crazy.
canal fishing,
the pace of life.
they're going to
is
talk to you.
different.
Maybe he had a wee.
yeah, but it's just so weird. But I'm trying to get used to it. It's nice, but it is hard
It's
to.
different.
So like we're walking across a bridge and then down this little dark alleyway, and the whole time I'm looking around the corner, looking behind me, just having to double check, see what's going on. And George was looking at me like,
That's what fear does
crazy,
to you,
isn't it? Yeah, it does. But here I'm just,
Nice and chill.
yeah, everything's gonna be chill.
Yeah,
Fine.
good. It's good.
So
Got time for Sunday. What's going on?
Wedge.
there?
Oh, they're discussing amongst themselves
look
how
at
they're
this.
getting down
Yeah, maybe he
Um,
had a Wii. Someone said maybe he had a Wii.
Wedge
Yeah,
into
no, but
one dice.
just
Why
like
one
off the path
dice?
in the mouth of the forest.
Contour fire.
People are
It's a
walking
hit,
there.
so he
Yeah,
takes
well,
damage.
Just do the canal, isn't it?
1 health left on hand. I nearly fell off my chair.
It's going to be 200
Yeah.
How
Has
is it going to
Kylo
be
taken
200
any
nil?
damage at all?
Yeah,
Yes, he had shield upgrade on
shields
both.
Obi.
No, he's took.
Oh, on one
He's taken
Anakin.
3 shields on Obi. No, 2 shields on Obi and 2
One.
shields on Anakin because he's lost the charge on both of them.
So here's a
Yeah.
question for you guys: is the game becoming more balanced with more waves or less balanced?
People are finding things that are. I don't know. Well, more, I think more waves are making it more balanced, but people are definitely pulling out certain things, and they're definitely coming to the top. This existed right from the second that Jedi's were released.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the current Jedi list that didn't exist.
Yeah, but the difference between like named Jedi and normal Jedi having 2 Force, 3 Force, that sort of thing. That Force, you're almost starting each round with 3 calculators.
Yeah, it's huge. I agree with some people have been saying that Worlds will be won by someone with a Force user because the Force is
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah, and I think that
I think
that
it's either going to
person
be
will
Jedi or
Simeon
Papa or
Dempsey.
Aces.
Because him
Yeah.
with Jedi in his hands is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That guy can fly anything. He flew bloody aggressors to win Worlds. Not TIE aggressors.
Oh,
Uh,
egg
yeah,
aggressors,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
Eggs.
aggressors to win Worlds, where everyone else was like,
Eggs.
flawless, that's right, we're so old
Yeah,
hat.
exactly.
Stick Jedi,
That's
someone
it.
that can actually fly.
200 kneeled.
Yeah, Neil has been 200 kneeled.
He has.
Oh, look at that. Good man, PJ. You should definitely have those Rustum here still.
So the view that I was said, someone said to me earlier on regen is, in a game where there's a time limit, regen can never be
So-
balanced.
Exactly. I think that is. I don't think.
Even with the charge mechanic,
So I've got a new list with regen Nim in it, with Yushin.
how do you regen it? Oh,
What is
So
Yushin?
Yushin's a-
Yushin,
is a-
Overseer Yushin,
yeah.
when you
Oh,
would
right,
take a weapons disabled token, or jam token,
You can switch it
something
for
like that,
stress.
switch it for stress.
Oh, see, regen.
But the timing
Yeah.
on the droid is when you reveal your dial,
Yeah.
you then take the weapons disabled,
Yeah. So you take stress into blue.
take a stress, and we've dialed in a blue anyway. So
So you're getting a
stress.
shield and you can shoot. Yeah, that's nice.
You get a shield, and you can shoot, and you can take an action.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty groovy, that is.
Really
You got
nice,
spare
yeah.
plots for the extra.
Huh?
Oh, you
got
can't.
spare
Small
plots,
shot,
can
But even if
Yeah, yeah.
Yushin's not on the table because he's been done,
Yeah.
you can still, that
Still regen
yeah,
normally.
still regen normally.
Yeah, yeah.
That's groovy. Who else is in that third chip?
So
Sol. It's got to be Sol, isn't it?
Has Sol got regen as well?
Oh, come
you can
on.
only have the habit title on one of the
Oh, it's
squares.
habit
Yeah,
title.
yeah,
I know.
You're not allowed astromech.
So, yeah. But I've got some new janky lists put together.
That's what we like.
I've got a scum stress list, which is difficult because there ain't a lot, and it doesn't involve a Sarge.
There isn't
Giving
a lot
out
of
stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, generation.
So it's Forlom,
Yeah.
Bosk,
Yeah.
BT1,
Yeah.
Lando,
Yeah.
crew on Bosk.
Yeah.
So
000?
000 on Forlom
Yeah.
and Torquil.
It's a lot of ships.
So you can actually give the stress out, but Bosk is also and I've got an ion list as well. Oh no, I haven't. I have. I've got a Dace Bone Arm ion list with Sykes with ion cannons and Cerisu giving them
But
defensive
what, Dace
rerolls.
Burn Arm is just one ship takes the damage when it gets an ion, right? Or is
So
it
if
every
one
ship?
takes damage, you can spend all 3 charges
Yeah.
and give them another 3 ions.
Ions. Yeah.
So you
Oh,
can
right, okay.
ion big base ships in one
Immediately.
Yeah, right, okay, I get that.
go.
Right, but so was it version 1 that when you take an ion, you take a damage? Is that what Dace Bone Arm did?
I can't remember.
I think it was
In
this,
1.0?
Yeah, yeah, in
I don't
1.0, yeah.
So I got stress list is Bosk. Obviously, turn a crit to 2 hits
Mhm.
after
Yeah,
cancel.
always good.
Marksmanship
Mm-hmm.
probably won't get it off, but
It's
it's a point.
funny though, isn't it?
BT1, so you're re-rolling
Yeah.
dice for every stress they've got.
Yeah, that's always good.
Lando Calrissian crew, so you spend a green token to re-roll all your blanks.
Yep.
IG88D,
So you got 2 green tokens.
yeah.
Yep.
And then I've got Forlom Advanced Sensors 000 Miss Center and Torquil and Mouldy Grey.
Yep.
So you're moving in.
So I really like that Forlom because I've played that Forlom before,
Yeah.
and it's just like do a 0, stop here, give them the stress token,
Yeah.
bump into them, and it's like, well, I've
You
done
can-
nothing.
You playing some games tonight, or are you just down
I've
for the...
not got any kit with me. I've got IG88A on
That-
another list.
Looks like...
So he's the guy that gives the calculator out
Yes.
to another guy with the thing on his bar. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've got seismic charges on IG88 and the title. That's it. I've got Bosk making an appearance again. I'm going with Bosk. And
Bosk is your thing at the minute, is he?
With BT1, IG88D,
Okay.
and Lando, so I can actually put 2 tokens on him and a calculate from IG88.
Yeah.
So he's the damage. He's got a 180 arc. And I've then got Victor Hell
Victor.
To hand out
Victor
stress.
Hell.
to hand out
He's got
stress.
stealth device, right?
Yeah, stealth
exactly.
device.
Straight away.
So you shoot at Victor. So Victor's the bait.
Yep.
So you shoot at Victor. You're going to take stress. Bosk will light you up.
Victor.
Yep. Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
You know.
It's this kind of mad synergy that I just don't think about
Yeah.
in the game. I just go, all right, what do I like? I like Jedi. Cool, I'll
I
just make this
sit.
work.
I sit down, mainly on the toilet for hours
Toilet
and
lists,
hours
yeah.
and
Yeah.
hours and hours, looking at cards and how they synergise with other cards. I've got
Wait,
double silencer list as well,
Have you?
Oh, madness.
which is ridiculous.
Cool. I need to pee. Steve, take the seat.
Right, guys.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll mute for 5 minutes while we sort out whose lists what, and we're back on shortly. Where we'll have a giveaway for you, which.
Blackout trick shot.
Thank you to Mr. K Taniguchi for the prize, which you will all see later because it is spectacular.
Yeah, with trick shot.
So back in 5. Hello guys, welcome back to Tuesday Night Fry Casual. Our second game is for Bones. And we have Tim versus Ryan. Obviously Tim flying the same list he has every time he's defended Bones because that's in the rules and he hates it. So who knows, he might lose it this time on the 6th attempt. But I'm joined by Steve, who has graciously driven up to join us.
Hello
It's
everybody.
Good to have you with us, mate.
Yeah, I kind of gate crashed the last game, but sorry about that.
That's all right.
But
Always
yeah,
a pleasure to have you,
I'm
mate.
back for literally this game, and then I've not brought any ships with me, so I'm not playing or anything. So
If you want to borrow any, I can always
I
chuck
just
them
I just wanted to come up and see you
off.
guys.
See
That
people.
was it.
Awesome. It's
You
good
know,
to have you.
just
It's good to see you,
socialise a
man.
little bit. Hello, Ryan's waving at the camera.
Do they need a nod so they can go? Or
He's
are
like
they
a
gonna
children's TV presenter,
go?
isn't
He
he?
is a
Ryan?
bit, yeah.
You know. So what's Ryan flying then?
So Ryan's flying this list because he won a K-wing from George
Oh, did
on,
he?
on a Monday night raffle giveaway. He won a K-wing, as you can see in the bottom
Yes.
left-hand corner. So he's flying Luke with R2 and S foils, Corrin with Predator fire control and R4, and Miranda with barrage and bomblet. So 2 lots of regen, 1 lot of double tap.
All set, boys?
Yes, when you're
Yeah.
ready, mate.
When you are
Um,
Philip Schofield.
He looked a bit like Noel Edmonds when he stood there, didn't he? Noel Edmonds was at Euros, did you see?
No.
He came second.
Oh, was he?
Ashok, yeah. Ashok did really well.
Yeah, yeah.
Flying Jedi did
Yeah,
fantastically well.
I followed it online
So
actually. and,
congratulations to him at the week. I don't think I've been on since.
no,
so.
there was a lot of stuff in the Warlords chat about how well he was doing, so that was good.
Yeah, and he had a little bit of someone boosted dodgily or put his ship out of place funny, but he still went on one, so he screwed him out of a ship in one of his games apparently. So good job to Ashok. Really unlucky in the end. His dice in the final went away from him. So
Shame.
he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat in that last game, which was a shame for him. But he did real good. Right, guys. So I'm going to pop the camera on so you can all see not our horrible faces, but well, talking for myself there, not Steve, of course. See the card we're giving away. Right.
No, let's see my beautiful. Hello.
Oh, we're
Hello,
a bit light, but so we're giving away,
It's
courtesy
me.
of Kay, this wedge. So because Neil was flying these exact 2 ships in the last game, that thing there, boom, Han and Wedge metal card,
Teamwork.
like with ship schematics on it. It's awesome. It's really cool. So we've got one of them to give away, and if we get a good number of you entering, I'll throw a second one up to win a Brilliant Evasion Jamming Beam metal alt art card, but that's only if we get what I deem a good number of people entering the raffle.
Yeah, and what Josh deems a good number is probably not what you guys deem
A good number,
Multiply
no.
by 2.
Yeah, or 0.5, who knows?
So if there's only 4 people enter, and there's 8 people enter, you might get it.
You might get it, yeah.
But if-
We'll update you as we go on if we
Yeah.
get close.
Yeah.
To be fair, Josh only has his fingers and toes to work with for a good
Yeah,
while.
so
Well, that's why
exactly.
he brought me in.
Once
me
I
so
run
we-
out of finger and toes, I'll be getting Steve to take his shoes off so I can count as well.
So I've got 10 fingers and 10 toes, and that with Josh's.
And I've got
with
10
Josh's
and 9
With his appendages, we've really got like 17 between us.
with my appendages.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
You know, like fingers,
fingers
digits,
and toes, digits.
digits.
Appendages could mean other bits. Extra 2.
So while I'm on, right, I've now moved to sort of Peterborough, Huntingdon, Cambridge area. Any X-wing going off in those areas?
This
please?
weekend there was a big tournament in Peterborough.
It was, yeah. I actually came second in that last year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
There was like was it
It was
a game
Herald
show or
Games,
something?
yeah, Herald Games. I came second in that last year. And I
Nice.
couldn't make it this year. 'Cause
Fishy.
I was at a party seeing some friends in Hemel Hempstead
Oh, very
this
nice.
weekend, just gone. So, yeah.
Fishy and Miles in the final of that one. I think it
Yeah,
was this
yeah,
year.
yeah. So 2 Warlords veterans.
2 Warlords veterans, yeah, in the final. Warlords veterans, they're getting everywhere. Like a bad rash.
Well, you know, I'm not sure where I'm going to be able to play this weekend, so I'm
Ooh,
hoping that I
the standings,
scrape
yeah.
in.
If someone,
To veteran status.
what will help you is if 2 people above you in the standings get coins.
Well, I'm 10th.
So yeah, 2 people above you in the standings
I'm
will put you
10th, and
8th.
I'm about 3,000 MOV above 11th. So I should be okay. If I manage to play one of the days and get about 800-900 MOV, that's me safe. But I'm hoping that either Mr. Bellamy or Mr. Kafka or someone like
Something
that.
like that wins one.
Wins one. So I'm
They're
definitely
right at the top,
in.
aren't they?
Yeah, definitely in them. But if not, I'll be at the Veterans Tournament and I'll probably be in the booth.
Well, I've heard there's John's special couple, isn't there? So he has a couple of extra just to rake up to the
You
40.
can't assume, though, dude.
No.
Can't assume, you know.
But
Six
for
to 8 months of contribution to a Tuesday
for
night
your
stream,
service, I'm sure you'd be in.
dragging this stream from the depths of hell
Yeah, I'm sure you're.
to being as popular as it is
Yeah,
now.
I'm sure you'd be on the list of potential people who may deserve a coin. But obviously, it's better to win one yourself.
Play me,
innit?
Steve. I'll be a gimme. Well, it was last time I played you, PJ. I'm only joking, mate. That was a quality game. Quality
Did you
game.
smash him?
No, it was a
Oh.
real close game. I did beat him, but it was a real close game. And that was at, remind me, PJ, was it Sheffield Regional last year?
What was it? That?
And
Ooh.
was it, no, Sheffield. Was it Sheffield?
Yeah,
No,
that was
me
originally
and
Sheffield last
Virgil
year.
played in the semi.
The semi. Sheffield? I don't know. Can't remember now, mate. Was it a 2-point at one point?
Me and Virgil played in the final round of Swiss, and then me and Virgil met again. No, we didn't meet again. We were going to meet again. We're both losing semi-finalists, and it was Lewis versus another guy that beat me.
Maybe I wasn't at that one.
And me and Virgil were like, well, who gets third? And they were like, well, just play off for him. I was like, just give it to Virgil. It's fine. It's almost a nothing game.
Was there a
so-
prize for it? Was there?
Yeah. There was a prize for third, so just give it to Virgil. It's fine.
Patriot Games Sheffield Store Champs.
That was it. Store champs. That was a good one as well, wasn't it?
Oh, Lucky Outriders bringing double decies, so watch out.
Oh, is that Mark?
That is Mark.
Yeah, I played him a couple of months ago in the tournament.
Those double decies are so horrible.
I got absolutely mullered.
I went again.
I'll get him next time now. I know how to play against it now, Mark.
Yeah,
so
don't get close.
yeah.
It just
Whatever.
neutralised all the things my list did. I was like, great, this is going to go well.
So how are we all out there? How is everybody? Wow, that desk is on him straight
It's
away.
charged in, hasn't it? It's gone flying in. Used Moff Jurgerod to just go, boom, I have my boost. So in he's gone. Flying in. Take
Alpha Games, a few miles north of Bury thank you.
closer to you. There's got to be a game store in
So there isn't, you know. So Ray,
Cambridge.
you know Ray Wilton.
yes.
Right, she's Stoke Sarlax. She's
Mhm.
moved to Cambridge, and she's saying that there's like a game night, like on a Tuesday, but there's not.
Not nothing, not really like an X-wing scene.
So Fishy's already said that he would be happy to meet up with me somewhere halfway, which is nice because he's kind of like Kettering area.
Yes, he's Kettering Peterborough way on, isn't he?
Yeah. I'll bring you a NIM card if you come on Sunday, Stephen. I've only got 2.
That's bribery.
See, do you know what? But you guys are so good to me. It's unbelievable. Do you know, if I had walked into this store and never bought a ship, I reckon I could
You can still field
still
every list.
field every list going because people are really generous, and I'm really cheeky.
Well, it's just George. I give George a thingy tonight. And I was like, just keep it till you don't want it. He goes, well, it might come back painted.
What, the Naboo one?
Yeah, because he can't. They Asmodee don't have any more. They visit him printed enough, so I was like, have one. It's sat on my shelf, have it. Keep it till you don't need it anymore. And he says, I might have to paint it so it fits in my list. I was like, that's fine, don't worry, just keep on with it.
Yeah.
Because he's running his 2 heavily modded ships. And
Yeah.
So in his current.
So the current.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ouch!
Out of hand.
Turn that with Vader. Or spends a charge of some form, a lone wolf charge, that's what it is.
Stephen, are you occasionally in Braintree? Shout me next time it's 2 miles from my house. Cool, man. That's very kind.
Occasionally in Braintree.
Every now and again,
what's
Braintree's near Braintree is in Essex,
Oh, is
and
it?
it's probably about. So my plan is I'm currently halfway moved to Peterborough,
Halfway.
and me and the missus are looking at getting a place in St Ives near Huntingdon.
Oh, okay,
So-
move a bit further down again.
So a bit further closer to Cambridge still. So, and I drove to Peterborough from work tonight, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go up
Just go a bit further.
because it's an hour for me to get home, and it's about another 45 minutes to get here.
Yeah.
So, but it took 2 1/4. Not as much as 4 hours though, Paul. You know, and on Tuesday night, on a school night. You know,
Hopefully it won't take long to get back though.
no, it'll be about an hour. Be fine. So I go out towards Burton on the Wolds and
Yeah.
that way, and then Pick up the 847.
846, 847.
Yeah.
Same way as me.
Oh, Fishy works in Peterborough.
Yeah.
Very nice. I did a Tuesday.
You did the
once,
Tuesday once, yeah.
Well, we're now in September, and I think I've missed about 6 Tuesdays, 8 Tuesdays, and that's only since I've moved.
I say most of them have been in the last since you moved,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. So it's all good. It's worth coming to, even on a Tuesday night.
No, it is. It's quite a good one. Lots of people down tonight, which is
Yeah.
nice. So he's looking for the bow tie rather than the front arc.
We get a nice smattering of people like throughout the day on a Tuesday as well, don't we?
Yeah, so we kind of get like waves of people now. So we get the really early people who go because they work nights or whatever. So Jamie and co.
Yeah.
Then we get some more people come in, and then later we get even more like new batch come in.
Yeah. So what have we got?
Ooh, two.
Ooh, that's,
It's 2 crits out of hand. I will add from.
now the crits start coming in on the Desi, and Whisper's not even in the game yet.
So
This is down to 8 hole with a damaged engine. That
and a
ain't
wounded
good.
pilot.
That is not good for Tim.
Has Corrin got the double tap here, or was that the double tap? Those outer rim dice, I know. That X-wing dice pack, 50 quid dice pack.
60 quid dice.
Get a free game of it.
I actually want the game. The game looks quite good.
Me and Rich Camps played it a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's actually
It's good,
really good.
yeah.
It's really well
no,
balanced.
Richard's got it. That was the double tap. Thank you. No, this must be the double tap now because he's rolled some more dice. I don't think deliberately throwing is the word. I think he potentially wanted a joust because he's fed up of this list. Actually, a joust. I had the option of buying Outer Rim or Wacky Racers, and I chose Wacky Racers, but I now might.
You made the right choice.
Wacky Racers is great.
What are you
Not
on
that,
about?
not that I've had it for ages.
Can you play as the Slag Brothers?
Yeah,
You can.
Can you?
Yeah,
Can you walk around the board going, have it, you slag?
if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually why not?
It just adds a bit of flavour text to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I hope they do an expansion with silver evade dice. So Outer Rim is absolutely set up for expansions.
Yeah.
Totally set up for expansions.
More ships, more
It's
rooms.
FFG in it. That's all they do.
Do you reckon you'll
They-
need
they-
templates to move in the next
They
one?
release half a game and then like you got to spend the
Charges to the
same
other
again
half, yeah.
to get another eighth of the game, another eighth of the game.
I like going to Richie's. He's got a quite good collection of board games to play, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah. It's all right.
He opens the box and it's like, oh, let's play that
He's
one.
got like a treasure chest.
Treasure chest, doesn't he? Yeah.
So I haven't played any X-Wing for ages.
Neither have I. I played my first 2 games today in months,
So out of touch with it.
and I did all right.
I
Actually,
may
quite
need to
surprised.
tweak my bombing list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to work in those electroprotons
Yeah. Have you tried them?
because I've not seen them on any table just yet.
Neither have I. I think that's because they're terrible.
Well, that's because you don't know how to use them.
What do we think, Stream? Has anyone flown against electro-proton bombs?
They were designed for the imps.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You think?
Yeah, because the imp bomber takes it. You know, you have to jank about the fire spray if you want to get it into a scum list. Because it needs a bomb.
Oh, it
a
needs
device-
the Andraster.
Yeah. It needs a device, a reload. Sorry, it needs a device slot, a mod slot, and a reload.
And a reload action. Okay.
And
It's got to be the
14
Andraster. That's
and
the
it's
one that can
14
carry it.
points.
The bomber can naturally carry
But
it.
do you know what? If Nim's on the
Punisher
table,
can naturally carry it.
so why not just put a little kind of bounty hunter in there with the Andraster title and that bomb with Boba Fett crew?
Yeah,
You don't need to turn it around then.
that's true.
You know, it's pointless putting Emon in because he's about another 8 points. You
I
can
like it more.
probably use the 8 points for Perceptive Copilot or something like that.
But I like it, man.
You know,
That
so
bit is strong.
what ships are we not seeing on the table right now? Yeah, when's the timer starting?
Ryan!
Oh, for crying out loud!
Alright, I'll fix it. Don't worry.
I don't think it will last. Has it been on 20 minutes?
Yeah, 15 probably.
There you go. There we go. All right, fishy. God. Yeah. So what ships aren't on the table at the minute? I know the meta is Regen Jedi, right? That's doing really
Six aren't on the table. Sick metal.
well. Yeah.
Quad jumpers. No, raffles up, Gemix. You might not have quite enough Spondoolies. It is.
Just read what he put.
Oh.
Yeah. Hashtag blame Ryan. Standard. I don't think we're seeing the TIE Aggressor.
It won the Nova Open. Thank you very
Hold
much.
on. Is there a list with 4 of those bad boys in?
Maybe. Oh, thank you, Rattler. Beat me to it. But one won the Nova Open in America.
Did it?
Yeah, so it was. Is that the Imp Ace list? I think it was like Vader Sontier that usually takes a bomber or two.
TIE Aggressor made top 4 and over.
Yeah, and then they put the note. So it was like just carried these barrage rockets.
Yeah.
Yes, Kay, but it still won the Nova Open. It was nothing to do with the aggressor. The Ghost.
So Ryan flies a Ghost. Ryan
Occasionally
flies the
does.
Rebels cannon.
He's not flying that. I've not seen him fly that in ages.
It's pretty good,
It's
though.
good. It is good. He gets every character in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Don't know about Chopper. I don't know if Chopper was in there, but if it was in Rebels, he tried to put it in.
Yeah. Ryan likes his theme list.
Yeah, I don't know if it fits since the points changed. Do you remember when they changed the points on Miranda? Not Miranda. Sabine. And she got the Razor Crest. What's a Razor Crest? Haven't seen a Z on the table. They were in the old Rebel Beef swarm, the big swarm when that first came out.
The
Sick.
sick. That's the one.
Sick bled.
The problem with the sick, right, is that I think it's just maybe 2 or 3 points too expensive.
Yeah. Quad jumpers. They were about.
Quads were right at the beginning,
Yeah.
but there's some things like a quad with delayed fuses would be quite nice. With a couple of bombs.
Couple of bombs.
Get Zuvio, dropping them out the front,
Drive over it, delay it.
drive over it, delay it, and then Foxtrot. So if you're getting chased, that's your escape route. You don't drop it behind because they're expecting that. You drop it in front,
Fly over it.
but then you reverse back.
I love
Watch them
quad.
fly by.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you, Liam.
Very much appreciated.
Yes, mate. Well done, mate. Thank you.
Ryan will be with. You're down.
That
at,
was Liam. Lee, I did a little car chat on the way up here.
Oh yeah. Did you jump in?
Liam was in there. Yeah, I did a kind of a.
I saw you were doing one.
And
Unfortunately, I was in here. But
Yeah, I know. I did sort of say, like, if you're about from 7, tune into the Twitch for the Warlords thing. Kind of knowing I was gonna maybe drop on by.
yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get the proton from Rack here.
Yeah, but why? Protons are great. Protons are an end game.
Yeah, but look where his ships are.
Yeah, but they're an end game ship. He's got shields everywhere. It's not doing anything. Take it from someone that lays a lot of bombs. Protons are end game.
Alright, okay. Well, I'm surprised Miranda didn't drop a bomblet then.
Yeah, that would probably have been a better one.
Especially because you know he's not hard turning because he's stressed and all his hard turns are red.
Yeah.
You can't boost.
But he probably wanted to bump and stop the Desi from going anywhere.
Potentially. But he's not getting any shots on him now.
Well, no, it
Here
depends
comes Whisper.
where the arc is. If the arc is to the side, then Tim's all right. But if the arc was pointing forwards, which probably was for the joust, then the bump is obviously the right thing to do.
Yeah. That's very true.
So, Sykes. So, what in first order is Pie in? Is Pie in the chat? I can't see
He
him.
was earlier. Yeah, Rebel Arcs. What about...
Have we seen a lot of Jump Masters recently?
No, Russ has been on a bit of a bring back Dengar thing, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that Dengar list he's got just wrecks face. It's ridiculous.
Thai Reapers, it's a good one.
Reapers.
Yeah.
What? Vinder. No, that's the Star Wars, isn't it?
Following, Vermeil.
Vermeil, yeah, he's in a lot of lists.
It used to be. Hi, Doddy. Yeah, the title. He's got Dauntless, of course. Yeah. So that is 1, 2, and a hit crit blank, and we've got a Vade blank. So.
Well, my friend's got a Reaper in his list. I'm going to get my phone out, right, and I'm going to.
Thai FOs. The FO, just the FO.
Do you guys remember a few weeks ago, probably the last one I did, we got onto the subject of Pendulum?
Was in the band.
Yeah.
Yes.
About whether they were going to do more music.
Are they?
And I asked live on here, the guy that I know from Pendulum.
Oh, okay.
And I've had a response.
Where's he got back to you?
Yeah. So I put, hi mate, our Pendulum writing new material. Heard a rumour, hope you can clarify. Hope you are well, Steve. And he come back and said, hi mate, yes we are. It's been a while.
Oh, nice. That's cool. You know a guy from Pendulum. How random is that?
He owns some of my music.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Maybe that's going to sneak its way into Pendulum's new album.
Yeah.
Pendulum featuring DJ Deluxe.
Yeah, that's me. Well, sometimes.
You didn't need recently.
So PJ's got 3 Austucks and never used them. See, that's not a ship that you see.
No.
You know,
Oh,
low Rick.
That's a good one.
Maybe I should
Wolf
try and
Ferraro, that's who you want. Because he didn't even get played in 1.0. Quad of aids there from Tim, you know.
Maybe I should switch to Rebels and write a list with the Wookiee gunships.
Wookiee gunships, yeah.
The problem with those things is they just can't turn around.
No, that's true.
It's like flying a bloody Skurg.
Yeah. What? Scooters can turn around.
Do you know what? If a Skurg had a K-turn and not a Talon roll, they'd be...
Yeah, if the Naboos had a K-turn, they'd be so deadly. But they're good anyway.
Well, what's going on here?
She did. So they have, some things happened.
Oh, he's novice technicianed him off.
He's novice technicianed.
And now he's rolled
And
a
he's
hit,
failed,
and he's
so he has
done
to
his-
flip
now he's
one.
got a stunned
So he has to
pilot.
randomly choose one, and the one that he's randomly chosen has been a stunned pilot. She did do. I've not seen it flown in a while though. I can't remember how it came out on the points change.
Tanya flies quad gunships, doesn't she? Yeah. I've not seen Tanya play for a while, so...
Trip Ozitoks are good. Yeah. Used to be. I used to love them. Should we get the builder on? Build. Rebellion. That's cool. Because they came down in points, didn't they, the Ozitoks?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
So, like, well, Lorix now. Lorix 52 though still. So you can run 4 shoot defenders, but Wolf Ferraro still has the ability to do that 5 dice attack. Trick shot, 6 dice attack.
So primary attack, if you are damaged, you may roll 1 additional attack dice. So at range 1,
That's 4 dice.
that's
5
4
dice.
dice. 5 for being damaged,
6 for trick
6
shot.
for trick shot.
Steve, did you get the cards?
Oh, no, Laszlo, sorry, no, I didn't, mate. Ryan has them for me, though, and he's going to give me them shortly. Might try my triple Austucks and level up. See, I think, like, at tournaments, big tournaments, you should fly what you want to fly.
Yeah.
But at smaller tournaments,
And like choosing out kits and that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Just-
game night kits and stuff like that, then maybe put some ships on the table that you're not seeing on the table.
Yeah.
Because
And you do throw
right, so
people.
you ask Tim Marsden, right, and he says, well, you're not seeing them on the table for a reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's because everyone looks on the internet and sees what's being flown and then flies that. But how did they know to put those ships
Yeah.
together?
Exactly.
You know?
And I do agree with you, PJ. They do struggle from a lack of decent rebel crew.
Well, it's the same with Scum. Scum struggles
Yeah.
for crew.
And a lot of the ships have a crew slot that's sitting empty.
Yeah.
Like, but
Should I
say-
should I bosh out Trajsim Nim again? Trajnim.
Trajnim. Put layer on there. Get that blue full stop. 3 of them. Trick shot. Trudge Nim is good, don't he? Oh, they've got another one.
So I'm gonna
Zeb, so you can smack him at range 0, because range 0 counts as range 1, remember? Go and join in, Kay.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Title of your sex tape.
That new Fast and Furious film, I've seen, it's quite good actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it though?
If you just like mindless action.
Yeah, but is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it though?
Is it though? Maybe you should pretend to be director Justin Lin. So much free stuff you
Right,
can get.
I'm going to write a meta list while I'm here.
A meta list.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 Jedi's and
No,
a Naboo.
no. You choose a faction, I'll write a meta list with it.
Republic.
Republic.
No, I'm joking.
What's not winning anything at the minute?
Rebels.
First Order.
First Order did better than Rebels at Euros.
Really?
Top 8. There's one First Order
Scum.
list made
Bob
top
Fred
8.
saying scum. I'll go with scum.
So there was one top 8 list, one First Order made cut or whatever it was, and he's the one First Order player that did better than Ali because Ali was flying First Order, so Ali didn't get the template tray because this guy did better. Do you know what we were flying? Tavison Kylo.
Yeah.
Just Tavison Kylo.
Yeah, the Tufson's a thing.
I think Tavison's the tits. Great. Is that a
Okay,
barrel roll?
so we've got scum going off here. So the Kimagilia,
Come on, clear.
they ain't getting no love.
They ain't
are
getting no love. That's not meta.
They ain't getting love for me.
Hashtag
'cause they're
that's
rubbish.
not meta. There's a proton bomb. I can see a slam from Miranda here because there's a proton bomb behind her.
No, that's out of range.
Um,
Oh, no, it's not. The one that's sat on.
I think so.
Even if she
Okay.
slams out of the way, it's not. Well, unless it's a 3.
It's a 3. It was a 3 forwards.
But isn't she stressed?
Why should she be stressed?
So there's loads of tokens there.
I think it's okay.
Running all
John's
chemo.
not here, so I can't check with him, but I'd assume so. Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
Kay. Kay,
Yeah.
just drop it in there, mate. You don't even have to ask all the things you do for us, mate.
Yeah, that's true. You're welcome to.
You know, you support us in ways
On
that
on the page, that's absolutely fine.
yeah, we're giving away cards that you've given to us.
Yeah.
You know, to help our stream,
pop the
so-
link in the chat and pop it on the Facebook page.
Right, probably the Terok, Talonbane and Ketsu list is the most meta. Absolutely smash that with my list. Every single
It's
time.
quite good against Jedi, that is now.
Every single time. Terok hates bombs, he's got no shields.
Yeah. Yeah, you just proton bombing.
Ketsu, as long as you stay out of the front arc, she ain't doing nothing. Nothing. And Talonbane, get him in range 2, melt. So you've got 2 ships there. So Terok and Talonbane. If you keep those at range 2 and you can do good range control,
They die.
they don't do it. They ain't doing
No,
nothing.
Not very good.
Yeah. So PJ, you're right, but you put that in the hand of a maybe an average to above average pilot. It's not a meta list. You put it in the hands of a top pilot, then it's a lot more difficult to break down.
Yeah.
But Nimsol and Torquil, eats it for breakfast.
Talk out.
There you go. Did you see the Forlom, Serasu, Old Terok, Unkar list in Oz? Yes, I did.
I didn't,
I've
but
done
that
some-
sounds. I can assume what was in there. Old T, Fearless, Unkar, probably naked, maybe stealth device because he does appear with stealth device from time to time.
So what-
Sirisu's the bomb, the top one, isn't she? Gets the reroll.
So I've got a super high damage list. So here's the new scum meta, right?
Yeah.
Ready? Bosk in the YV666.
Yeah.
He's got BT1,
Oh, nice.
which gives. What does it give? Oh, it gives. You may change 1 hit to a crit for
Yeah.
every stress the defender has.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's also carrying IG-88D
Okay.
and Lando Calrissian crew. That's it. So Lando, after you roll dice, you may spend 1 green token to re-roll up to 2 of your results.
Yeah.
Yeah. IG-88D is get a calculate, get another calculate. Fly Bosk alongside IG-88A, who can pass a calculate token to someone else in the
Yeah.
engagement phase. So now you've got Bosk with 3 tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can even reinforce and then pass him. That's still 2 green tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And IG88A has got seismic charges with the title. And the third ship, just to back that up, is you're thinking, well, what's the point? Because you've got to be up against ships that get stressed quite a lot. So why not throw in Victor Hell?
Victor Hell.
If you shoot at him and he's not rolling 2 defence dice,
You get stressed.
you get a stress.
It's a bit nasty, isn't it?
So he's now got a stealth device on him
Of
and
course.
marksmanship. Yeah.
Steve, I'm going to build a meta list. Steve, how about Camuglias?
I have got a Surisu list. Also, Steve builds absolute jam, but that works.
Yeah. K, you run triple YVs. There's a lot of health there.
Okay, try this bad boy for size. This one's
what is
called.
it? Crit there on. Must be on Miranda or Luke. Looking like Luke.
Yeah. Plus, if boss with Lando reinforces and fires last, the
Reinforces his lock.
lock.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So is underrated.
Yeah. So I've got. Here's this. Check this bad boy list out.
4 dice.
This is another scum jank.
1, 2,
Let's just see what damage
Spend
goes
some
through.
force.
Spend some force.
and it looks like there's results on those gold ones. Just 2. Let's pick them up. Let's carry on.
So this one's called Predation.
Predation
So it's an ion list.
with Predator.
Well, lots of Predator. But Predator only works on primary attack, so
Okay.
so it's just a play on words. So I've got 2 Tansari point veterans.
6
So
they are, yeah.
6, yeah. Both with Predator and Ion Torps.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Surisu with Predator and Advanced Proton Torps.
Yeah.
And I've got Dace Bonearm.
Dace Bonearm.
Dace Bonearm.
Dace Bonearm.
And Dace is fully loaded. He's got Intimidation.
Fully loaded Dace.
So Dace, so you know what Dace does?
So Dace is he the guy that when you eye on something, you can spend he's got 3 recurring charges or 2.
Yeah,
You
3.
can spend all his charges and give him
More.
more ions.
Yeah,
3 ions.
so you can iron a big base ship in one shot.
Okay.
Yeah? But the shot doesn't even have to come from Dace, he has to be at range 0 to 3.
Yeah, this has been nearby.
Yeah.
Just floating around, you know.
So
Just
Dace,
chilling.
Dace has got Intimidation.
Yeah.
Hello, he's got Fall on Crew. Right? So you can gain the ion and
Yeah.
re-roll, whatever. Feedback array, so if he bumps you can gain an ion and all that shit. Engine upgrade, so he can get in there and bump. Static discharge range, so when he takes an ion himself he can
give it
pass
to
one
you.
off.
Yeah.
And Mouldy Crow. And that's a really janky list. That is going to be the new scum meta, and you heard it here first, and that's me.
No, it's not. Dengar's better.
Hello, George!
Hello. Right, listen, I literally just come in to say I'm going. Love ya. So it's sorted for the weekend.
Yes.
Heads up, Saturday, me and the Alexstar will be
Yeah, it will be.
commentating for the Saturday, and Sunday you have got Ryan and Kylo.
Ryan Connor. Yeah.
Right, cool. Peace, internet. Love you, everyone. Who's that? Our dad.
Tavern Wars.
Hey, Tavern Wars. Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed tonight's games. I've been playing Broken Jedi, and they're so broken.
What did you enjoy them?
They're so good. They're so annoying that they're good.
What did you think to the Naboo? The
Alright,
Nabooby.
it's great.
It's good.
It's alright.
Fast, isn't it?
It's all over the place.
Forward, and I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. So anyway, one love, everyone. I'll see you boys later. Are you
Yeah,
up the
take
weekend?
I'm popping in.
All right, wicked. One love, peace, everyone. Buy your tickets, by the way. There's still a few left.
Yes.
There is a few left.
Yeah,
It's
last
only a
ever-
few, isn't it?
Last ever chance to win the veteran coin this weekend, and one of the actors from Return of the Jedi's and Star Wars Rebels is in the house.
Are they?
Yeah,
Really?
big bushy beard.
Nice. He is. Yeah, you're right.
Not one of the actors.
He's
One
just
of,
whispered-
just the guy himself.
He's just whispered
Just chatted to us as
yeah.
well. Yeah. PJ, what do you fly? We do have actual coins, Laszlo. Don't worry, we'll make sure they are in store. We always have the actual coins.
Yeah, we just don't bring them
John
with
just
us.
leaves them at home.
So yeah, so Dace Bonearm is the new scum meta.
Yeah.
Because that list encompasses a pilot in Dace that doesn't even
Doesn't
see
exist.
the light of day. I don't think I've ever seen someone play it. Right. So the idea is you bump Dace in and then you eye on something.
Yeah.
And then you feedback array, keep eye on it.
Wait, so
and
if
then
you,
you keep
bump
giving
with,
the
if you
damage.
bump with Dace
Yeah.
and feedback array something to give it an ion token,
Yeah.
can you Dace's ability, that ion token?
Yeah. Just whenever you release.
That's horrible.
So you can dace into a big base ship
Yeah.
and just ion it and keep pushing damage through.
Charge into it.
But because he's got intimidation, you've got
all the 6 there.
you've got all the 6 there
whacking.
just whacking, you know. And Sirisu is helping to defend by re-rolling your
So
defense
what's
dice.
Sirius have to do?
So Sirisu, range 0 to 1, any ship can re-roll a defense dice.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So it's like
Oh, we're just going to drop the text size down a bit.
it's like Howl Runner, but
Yeah,
for
yeah.
defense.
But defense.
Yeah. But she's the same price as Howl Runner,
Oh,
which
okay.
is strange, and she's ain't as good. But anyway,
Better dial, maybe.
yeah.
He had Han, Seavor, Sabine, Seavor in high space, Calf Scarlet, and 2 I4 School Squadrons. Nice.
Yeah, Calf Scarlet 2 I4s are pretty good.
Yeah, the School Squadrons, the Fang Fighters, they're fearless damage and pretty decent. Started discharge trains. It's 8 points.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah,
Is it worth every penny?
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right.
You can just drive into a big base ship and give it an ion.
Yeah. Let me just check the word on feedback array. Yeah, before you engage, you may gain 1 ion token and 1 disarm token. If you do, each ship at range 0 suffers 1 damage.
Okay, so so you just take that to give it a damage
And then ion it.
and then ion it.
Yeah.
But
And
you
then,
don't need to shoot it.
and then, because you dace bone arm and you're in a
You
hawk,
can give it 4.
you can just do a 0 manoeuvre and it's a bump again.
But yeah.
And then you do it again.
You're horrible.
And Forlom, when you perform an attack, after rolling attack dice, you may name a type
He
of
says-
green token. If you do, gain 2 ion tokens, and during this attack, the defender cannot spend tokens of the name type.
Bring feedback array back up.
So if I'm not bumped,
Yeah.
happy days, because I can fall on you.
Yeah.
If I am bumped, I can feedback array you.
So you get the damage as well. Feedback array.
Yeah.
So you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah. Why not?
Feedback array kill. Wait. So to give out damage, you have to take a damage, an ion, and a disarm. That's brutal.
But you give the ion away.
Yeah, but still. So you've took a damage and a disarm to give to iron something. Probably fair the first time, but you don't want to get. Would you do it if you had no health
Static,
left?
before you would gain an ion or jam token, if you are not stressed, you may choose another ship at range 0 to 1 and gain a stress.
So then you can't do your full stop though because you're stressed.
If you do, only if you static discharge.
Yeah, but you're going to static discharge it to give it the ion, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're not going to stop.
But this is the thing. People are so worried about the ion, they forget about intimidation.
Oh, okay.
And Forlom not allowing you to re-roll dice. And then you've got Predator, 3 of those bad boys coming in. One with ion torps, one with ion torps, and one with advanced proton torps. So get Sirisu in at range 1 on a 5 dice attack and you're intimidated and you're ioned. If she's just outside of range 1 on that turn, mate, she will be in range 1 next turn.
We didn't say it was a good list, Timo. We said it's the new meta.
People will just kill Dace because he even damages himself. That's fine, Timo, but you've got to get to him first.
But you drive him into him.
No, that's see, what you're doing is you're taking my word on how to fly that list,
Don't get me wrong.
and you're putting it as gospel.
It'd be really funny when it comes off and you eye on something huge and just iron it off the board. Or
But you don't need to bump Dace because his
No,
ability works at range
Yeah, yeah.
0 to 3.
you can do it with the ion top or whatever else.
Yeah. So as soon as he's start to get ioned and he's slowing those ships down, come at me.
Double crit hit there from Tim.
And the engine upgrade, 4 forward boost. Yeah, come on. I fly Torkill with that setup.
Oh, is this on the fuel leaked one? Because if so, that fuel leak's doing an extra damage here. Who is fuel leaked? Is it Luke? He must regen back. It'd be nice if they could update the overlay for us nice and quickly, wouldn't it? So that's
That looks like.
double blank hit. Measuring something now. The bullseye for Predator. He seems to have Predator. That looks like 3 hits now. Oh, 2 and a crit, so that crit we couldn't see in the light, unfortunately. Dace is
Matty Skywalker Coles. Hello, Matt Coles. How you doing? Matt Cole's actually joined my car chat as well today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Popped in to say hello. Did he have his cape on?
He's bringing it at the weekend.
Oh, is he? Is he up at the weekend as well?
Yeah, Matt is. Yeah.
Loads of visitors at this weekend. It's
Matt-
going to be an amazing
Matt
weekend.
is the new
Down
owner of-
goes the Desi.
Matt is the new owner of Cape Meta. So if you're here at the weekend and you see Matt in his cape, just understand what that cape means. You know, that cape is a symbol of, strength and confidence.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you give the new owner of Cape Meta the same
Love you give the old.
love that you gave me. So thank you. If you don't, you'll have me to answer to.
I say, it's not just Steve that shrunk a bit in the cape. It's a
And
new person.
dyed his hair ginger.
Yeah. Blonde, isn't he?
Who, Matt?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I thought blonde. I've seen him loads of times. I always thought he was blonde.
no, it's the strawberry blonde.
Sort of blonde.
Yeah, strawberry blonde. You're welcome, Matthew.
I ain't going to be a George and play the colourblind card.
The what card?
The colourblind card.
Wow, there's some proper spondoolies flying around.
There is
now.
loads of spondylitis.
Maybe we need to do a big raffle, make it really expensive,
Really
and just
expensive.
whittle those down a bit.
Yeah. I did some scrounging today.
What, scav crating?
Yeah.
Nice.
We've got a box of random dice that have been left behind and all sorts. And I found loads of tokens and range rules. I found a full damage deck in there.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'll have a bit of a scav in there. So these stacks of tokens, found them in there.
Nice.
Found a full damage deck. 2 random range 1 rulers that are nice range 1 rulers as well. And then all the new OP kits are in, so I had a quick glance for them because they've got hundreds of them.
Do you know what, right? What we should do, I reckon,
Yeah.
we don't have to, but if we have new players come in,
Yeah.
right, why don't we all kind of donate a few bits of our old stuff, which means they've got some nice gear to start off
Some
with.
like play so they can play.
Yeah, or just keep a set here.
Yeah. Well, there is play sets in the store.
Is there?
Yeah, like there's a couple of core sets and stuff, and you can just play. If I've got some extra bits, like that damage extra's going to stay in, things like that. So.
'Cause I bet-
these were in there.
I bet we could, we could kind of jank it together so we can, just help new players out, because it is
Yeah.
quite expensive to buy all the ships.
No, it is. I think between us, it definitely could. Well, if the players do come in that need that, I'm always happy to. Oh, just borrow that until you get it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's how lots of us got started. So, Kay, imagine like do you know those like buckets of sweets you get. It's one of them, just full of random D6s, occasional D8, but there's some actually that are quite rare now. Weekend Warlords D6s. They got them
is
printed
there?
a while ago. I tell you what, they're the best dice you'll ever roll. You'll always roll 6s on them.
Yeah.
They're so broken, I love them. They're my Blood Bowl dice when I need to roll 6s, or the Weekend Warlords ones.
I might root around and see what junk I can chuck at you lot on Sunday.
Oh no, not X-Wing dice. They're all D6s. All the X-Wing dice went in the charity box so people can have. They pay 50p for a charity reroll. These are charity dice.
Yeah. See what junk I can chuck. As long as it's not like junk from your garage or something, that'll be fine.
Here's an old lawnmower.
Yeah. I've got an old fridge that stopped working 3 months ago.
Weekend,
Chucked it in the
Weekend
garage.
Warlords, now the local
Yeah.
scrapmen.
Chucked it in the garage because the council wouldn't come and get it.
No, you just leave it on the front of your driveway. Someone will take
Yeah,
it.
Jippos will have it.
Right.
They're waiting for the
Yeah,
scrap.
exactly. Scrap people. Scrapmen love it.
See, Kate, that takes the dice pool of insecurity to a new level.
Yeah, but then he's going to do that, tip him out on the table, and then has to use his opponent's dice. The ultimate troll.
If there was a live troll, it is Kate
Yeah.
Taniguchi.
To live under a bridge.
I have a half-scale speeder bike in my garage.
What? That's amazing. We'll take that. We will take that one off your hands. You have a raffle for a Weekend Warlords D6. Well, we can arrange that. Need more D6s as a Keyforge. I think you're right. Like, they had a big box of them, but there don't seem to be many left anymore.
So it's Whisper versus the world then.
Whisper versus the world.
This ain't gonna. Tim.
But Whisper is unharmed.
Yeah, Tim's jousting was not.
Tim shouldn't have jousted with that decimator. That decimator was not built for jousting. That decimator is worth 118 points. That's huge. And you just threw it at him. It's almost like Tim doesn't want to fly this list
It's
anymore.
almost like Tim's using up valuable car space, taking Bones back to home every Tuesday.
It lives here, doesn't it? It lives on the shelf.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Does he not take it home?
No, leave it on the shelf. With Sim's array of prizes that are still
Oh,
here.
God.
There's 2 here now. He's got a pink one. Thank you, Rich. And he's got a yellow one that's going to have smiley faces on it.
What?
It's just up there on the shelf.
Oh,
There's,
they are not
there's like
lovely.
the yellow. I think it's a yellow Kylo, like a bright yellow Kylo, and a pink K2SA or a P1NK.
We should have a zoom on this camera so we can zoom in when Tim's setting his dials.
We can.
Can we? Oh no, he's turned it over now. You're not going to mess it up, are you?
Maybe. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I got it further than that. What? Bum, 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 bum. But we could definitely see his dial a bit better, couldn't we?
Yeah.
There's probably even like an easier way to do it, to be honest.
Excuse me. So it's the last
The last one.
Weekend Warlords Veterans Tournament
It
for this
is.
season.
For the inaugural
Yeah.
season.
I don't really know what's going to happen.
What are they doing?
But do you know what? There is the Warlords tournament, the Veterans tournament,
It's gonna be
is absolutely
off the chain.
off the scale with the amount of top
There's
players.
so
there.
many good players, so many good UK players that have
Yeah,
popped in once or twice and just won a coin and they're like, we'll be
See,
back.
Ashok rocks in, wins, rocks out.
Rocks out, does well at Euros, he'll be back.
Does the old shoulder swipe.
Yeah, that's it.
Happy days.
Smashes it
So we'll
up.
be seeing Ashok.
See,
Miles
yeah.
Stevenson.
Miles came in, smashed it up for a few weeks, a few months. Then he'll be back in as well. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that's quality.
Fishy.
Fishy. We've
He
got
comes all the
obviously
time.
Rasta.
Sim,
Sim.
all the usual subjects. Tim, Dave Amos, Ben now.
Yeah. Wow.
Plan to sneak in and swap the last coin. Flying Jedi then, Paul. Better than Worlds. Better invitational system than Worlds. I'll give you
Yeah, I
that.
reckon so.
Worlds is going to be awesome though. But the new Wave 5 is going to go into Worlds.
Okay.
It's been announced that it will be legal for Worlds, which gives people about a month to practice maybe.
Yeah, well, I think you'll see people with. There'll be lots of Jedi at work.
Lots of Jedi, lots of Force users. Who knows? Maybe Anakin in the Y-Wing is going to be good. Maybe it's going to be Matchstick. Who knows? It's the
What
Nantex.
else have we got? Oh, we've got Marcus.
Marcus.
Who else?
I was going to say, we've got the Vienna Cowboy.
Yeah, is he coming over?
I don't know. I found a badge. One of his badges was in that bucket.
Imps for Paul, Jedi for Jude.
We've got...
Should we call them Judi?
Jedi.
Yeah. The Judi Knight.
The Jedi Knight.
Nick Bond.
Nick
veteran.
Bond.
I'm trying to think. Plus, you've got the top 10, who at the minute are people like Ian Kafka, myself, Kev Bellamy, you know.
Get on stream thanks to the lights.
Sounds a little bit like a Semitic slur,
But
probably.
Jedi Knights.
Judi
Yeah.
Knights. Yeah, they don't have a lot of money.
25 members. Just my cheat list to find who the veterans are.
Oh, Alessandro, Laszlo.
Alessandro, Marcus.
Marcus Wilson. Yeah. So
Pie. The pie. We've got the pie. Shane won one really early on, didn't he?
yeah, so Shane, Rasta, Callum Patterson,
Callum Patterson won one, didn't he? James Finley, Cerny and Wardle,
Charles
Charles,
Burkhold. Wow, we've got some names. Bam
Bam
Bam,
Bam, Jeff Ball, Christian he was from Vienna, wasn't he?
Lewis Witham.
Lewis Witham, Simeon, obviously, Tim, Ashok, Dave Amos, Ruster. He don't count. He's just there because he's staff.
Who, Ash?
Ash, yeah, he didn't win a coin. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
So it is stacked.
So there's some proper names there, isn't there?
Some proper names, and then you got the top 10 current list as well, which I don't know where it's saved, but we'll find it. And then so all the top 10 currently on the MOV scale as well.
So you've got people like Dave Pontin, you've got myself, you've got Kafka. You've got Bellamy, you've got, and then after all that, so that would be 24, that'd be 34, and then there's another six who John chooses.
John, Ash, and maybe Rasta chooses. Invitationals.
The contribution to the Warlords.
Contribution to the Warlords, or to the stream, or to just being a good guy to X-Wing community.
So I think even if I don't make top 10, then
you're hopeful.
I'm hopeful.
Maybe they're also won't do that.
But I just want to put it out there now that if I'm not at that tournament, it would be an absolute travesty.
Travesty.
Yeah, a Dave Lee travesty.
Doesn't look like him anymore.
You've I was going to say coiffured your beard.
Yeah, I had to trim it down a bit. It was getting a bit wild.
Was it?
And in the trimming process, I went a bit shorter than I wanted to, and had to make an emergency save. But
Yeah.
I suddenly realised I had a ledge out of it. I was like, oh no!
So do you think Ryan is trying to kill box Tim here?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
I need a shed load of points this weekend and 2 above me to win coins. Might just be easier to win the tournament. Do you know what? I've thought that for nearly a year.
Steve comes every weekend with this weekend's mine. This is the one.
I'm like Liverpool. This year will be your year.
You are a bit of the Liverpool fan of X-Wing players.
Well, don't be silly. You've stepped over the line there, mate.
Sorry. Only because you're a United fan.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. So yeah, that's shaping up to be a really good tournament.
Shaping up.
And it's going to be our kind of our celebration, really.
Yeah, it's like
been a good year for X-Wing.
Yeah, and then so that's October time-ish, isn't it? And then after that, so we've got our hyperspace.
Yeah, so the hyperspace is penned in for beginning of December, end of November, beginning of December. So that's and here's the thing, the Warlords hyperspace trial is the final hyperspace trial of the season.
No, it's not.
Why not?
I think it's one of the earliest of season 2. I think season 2 starts after Worlds.
Really?
Yeah, because it's qualifying for Worlds. So I think we're one of the first of the next season.
Okay.
So even more exciting.
And then 27th of December,
Leia.
the Princess Leia Make-A-Wish Foundation charity
tournament.
Which-
Princess Leia
and
in the charity open.
I'm probably going to be a bit biased on this. I think is one of the I've been to 2,
I think it's one of the best.
and I think it's been one of the best days of X-Wing
Best days of X-Wing
I've ever had.
Yeah.
Because it's competitive, but it's
fun,
chilled
it's
and it's
chill.
fun and it's Christmas and everyone's happy and we're raising a ton of money. Everyone donates stuff, which is great. And so Leon Smith, right?
Yeah.
He asked me in my car chat. He said, "Do we do Warlords Hyperspace or Leia?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to do both. But if you want competitive with a chance for an invite to Worlds, but still in a great environment,
Dice and all that. Yeah.
do your hyperspace. If you're after like the swag, if you're after a really really top day of X-Wing
Leia.
with loads of people, without the premise of trying to win anything, just having some
Having
fun,
some fun and
raising
charity
some money,
and,
then Leia. And he had to think about it. He went Leia tournament,
Leia
is. And that's the right thing, man.
Oh, Leia's awesome as well.
If you can do both, do both. But
And
I know it's expensive.
It's always scheduled for that like time at Christmas where
day after Boxing Day.
that's
every
Boxing Day. So you've had your 2-3 days of your family and like right,
year. Yeah.
get out, and we all have like it's like a party of X-Wing.
Yeah, and we have some there's a few bottles of Kraken doing the rounds. There's some cake.
Yeah, loads of cake and all that kind
Rasta
of stuff.
puts a suit on.
Rasta puts a suit on. He does. Yeah.
Rasta puts
Rasta
a
just
suit
as
on.
smart. He's gonna have to now.
Because he said that he doesn't spend a lot of time with his family, so we're his family, so he wants to make an effort.
So he says that he used to dress up at Christmas as a kid, and now he chooses to do it with us.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
And then he said if we raise loads of money for charity, he's going to dress as Santa and let everyone sit on his lap.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So,
then. I wouldn't do that.
What's set Masters Lap?
Might get so. Fishy saying might get the stream to make my layer list. Oh, Fishy's a veteran as well. Sorry, dude.
We said
missed
about it. I said Fishy. Don't worry. I'll
Psych
straighten it,
Swarm
Fishy.
from X-Wing Tavern Wars. Don't tell him that Tavern Wars because he will do something ridiculously good with it.
So Fishy, what I want you to run is, if it fits in points, is Sinker
Yeah.
with maybe nothing on it. Sinker with, and then 4 Torrents and Matchstick. And Matchstick wants VTG and a turret.
Hold on, someone's gone off.
What's gone off?
FFG releasing faction-specific damage decks to buy.
Ooh.
Article online now.
Let's have a quick
Let's have a look
peruse of that then.
Thank you for that, Mr. Barlow.
So it'll be on.
Bob, afraid I was gutted. Book for Portsmouth Hyperspace and Cancer versus Gaming have a tournament on the same day.
Cancer vs Gaming is always a good one as well. Big. That's like multiple games as well.
Yeah.
Like the large decks we got at 2.0 release. We have to build Fishy's list twice. Beautiful Destruction announcing 7 damage decks for Star Wars X-Wing. So this is cool because this is something.
They're a $5. That's it.
That's a good price.
They're a $5.
This is cool because $5 US. So
Yeah, so 5.
4, yeah. This is cool because it's one of the few things.
Lando, how you doing?
Actually, this is the only thing that FFG haven't released that you need to buy for the damage deck, the core now, isn't it? Oh, they're nice as well.
Let me just pop onto the Scum and Villainy damage deck.
That's to buy it, mate. But it's fun.
Wow.
If you press back and if you scroll down, it'll be on there.
Ooh.
Look at that.
I like the colours.
Yeah. That direct hit's cool on the FO. Very
Do
sensible.
you like the Separatist one? I think the Separatist one's a little bit too blue and silver.
Bit too much blue going on. But it's
The
the FO one's
the Repub-
really nice.
that's the Republic one.
That's the FO one.
Oh yeah, that's the FO one.
Yeah, Republic's got the orange on it.
The FO one's nice. The Scum one's nice if you like your
If
sort
you
of
like your scummy, yeah.
bronzes and greens and yellows.
Rebel one's unfortunately the same as very similar to all the other ones I've had just because of the colour schemes, but it's got the wiring on it this time, and I like that the images on them. They're like from a targeting computer type thing, aren't they? Which is really nice. They're cool. £5. I'm sure they'll be up on the shop to pre-order soon, so to get on there, get it ordered. Great little Christmas present for the
For me,
X-Wing fan in your life.
yeah, I'll have the Scum one, please, and a first order one.
Big cards by the look of it, yeah. So let's have a look. So
Yeah, big cards. So
each deck contains a complete set of 33 illustrated damage cards that correspond to those in the standard damage deck. While the text on these cards might match, their graphic design makes clear your squadron belongs to a particular faction.
Yeah, it said a bit further down. It said about the size.
Did it?
In addition to graphic design, these cards have been expanded to a larger size. Rather than using the mini American board game card size, as in the X-Wing core set, these damage decks feature LCG size cards, making them easier to read and easier to use in battle.
Same size as the original, the promo one we got. So that's really cool. Really awesome decks. So that's a nice little thing because that was one of the few things that, say you wanted to fly. Yeah, absolutely. And if not, PJ, give me a shout because I'll mail you one. I've got a spare one. But yeah, that was templates and damage decks, what you needed from the core set.
Yeah.
But say you wanted to come in and just play straight into, I don't know, you wanted to buy a couple of Servants of Strife box set and just play Sis.
Paul saying sizes and everything. You need to keep telling yourself that, mate. Yeah.
Only people that
Because let me be like the ruiner of this kind of. I was going to say fallacy.
JJ Scumpack for a Christmas, please.
Yeah. Size is everything, and if you say size isn't everything, you ain't doing it right.
No, really cool little decks then. I really like them.
Yeah. I don't.
But I think that's making the game more accessible, along with those, and we'll add, horrific templates they've released.
Yeah, because they are those templates are higher than the walls in the original Trent one.
They're huge and they're disgusting. There are some on the shelves.
You know, if you got to like slide the ship along the template because you've bumped,
It's above all the other ships.
It's like-
huge.
it's ridiculous.
And as much as I want you to come in the store and buy them, just buy the Weekend Warlords ones. They're much better. And I do think those
And they make us a few more quid.
I think those FFG ones are likely to end up as a booby prize one day.
Templates by numbers.
Templates by numbers.
That's what they are, aren't they? It's like my Fisher Price, my first template.
My first template. They do look like. Oh, what was it? Like, do you know, like Fisher Price trains?
Yeah.
They look like the train tracks for them. They're that bloody big.
But you know, FFG dropped the ball a little bit on that, but the damaged decks, and do you know what, the card packs that are going to be coming out anyway?
Oh, Landa says the templates are awesome. The 3D print stops your fingers sticking to them.
Well, why have you got sticky fingers anyway?
I always have sticky fingers up my X-Wing, so that maybe I'll pick them up.
Just wear gloves. The raffle entry for the FFG will be one Spondoolies
And we'll give away 20 sets.
per 100 tickets.
Yeah.
Just we've
Get rid
got
of
1,000 sets to give away.
We haven't got that many. We've only got about 4. So if you want to buy them, buy them. They're awesome.
No, but I'm looking forward to the card packs. So different pilots.
Yeah, they're coming.
Bosk pilot on the Z95. I mean, come on.
That's a cool card, that one is.
So you can actually have him.
From the word go, not just in a pop. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could have Morello with Bosk. Then you dump Bosk out.
Shoot out boss.
Stick marksmanship on him. Crit double hit. Thanks very much.
Yeah, on the Y.
Redock next turn.
On the Z, you can make a lot of use of that ability. Like you can get off things like marksmanship and being that bit more manoeuvrable. That ability is going to be real nice.
And it's a bit of an I4 as well, so it's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's going to be real nice.
So yeah, you spit him out the back.
Pew, 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 jump back in.
Yeah.
Help!
Love it. That might come.
There's no new obstacles, is there? What are they?
In the obstacle card pack.
There's not any new ones, is there?
Yeah.
What new obstacles?
And cluster mines are making a return as well,
Yeah, I did see that picture of them.
which I am happy about. If they are going to be tournament legal, I am going to be very happy.
Cluster mines will be. Where are these blooming obstacles?
Because I can hide behind them like I used to.
Echoes of War. There we go. Is it on this one? That thing's cool, isn't it? Baron von Reg. He's cool.
So,
Aces
no,
and
you know.
3 expansions. Star Wars X-Wing anyway.
Yeah.
The Never Tell Me the Odds one.
Yeah.
It's not got anything new in it.
Well, what's these things?
Oh, them things. They're just new gas cards.
They're clues on 36 deposits. 3 gas clouds.
3 gas cards.
6 debris clouds, 3 gas clouds.
Oh no, these are you play. These are like the different play versions that are in there. Like you can play with 9 obstacles on the picture and stuff.
Okay.
But they do look like different shaped gas cards, don't
Asteroid
they?
shower.
Yeah. An asteroid shower is one of these play cards. You play with 9 asteroids.
Oh, fine. Okay.
But they do look different shaped gas clouds, don't they? So
Yeah.
fully loaded. Where was it? It was on one of the boxes. Oh,
There we
that
go.
was
Look,
from.
there we go. Fully loaded device pack. What's that?
That's a new little token, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's something new. One cluster mine set.
1 colonet, 2 proximity mines.
I hope it's not just for that minefield game mode and they'll actually be legal in game. And there's the Hot Shots and Aces. This is the pack we all want.
With the different
Paige
pilots.
Tycho as a pilot, Marana Key in the Decimator, Gina Moonsong and a
After you drop a
B-Wing.
device, you may spend 1 charge to drop an additional device.
Yeah, you just drop multiple bombs. So
That's ridiculous. And she's I5 as well.
Mag Pulse Warheads. A new missile. Bit spicy.
Hold on. If this attack hits, the defender suffers a crit.
Crit,
It gains
one
one
deplete and
deplete
one
and
jam.
one jam
Then
token.
cancel the rest of the results.
What's a deplete token?
So it's like a strain. So it can be, we believe it can be removed by blue manoeuvres in the same way.
Yeah.
But it reduces your, instead of reducing your defense dice, it reduces your attack dice.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Because it works, Major Von Reg,
Yeah.
I think his name is, his ability, or is it the ship's ability? They can take a strain or a deplete to do their additional things. So that's really, they're bringing in some cool mechanics.
So Warlord's veteran Tim Marsden here, I
Yeah.
think, has not flown this very well at all. And
No.
I think there's a reason for that.
I think there's a reason for that. I think
I think Tim has actually said subconsciously, Because there's no collusion going on.
No,
here.
no.
I would just want to
No,
say
they
this, right?
wouldn't have done that.
Don't go reporting him to FFG over a plastic stormtrooper model, right?
But he was a bit fed up of
But he was
defending Bones.
like, I don't want to play this list anymore.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he just said, all right,
And
enough's enough.
5 games, so and that there's a message there, right? Because Tim has won the last 5 games
5
of that
games.
list, and now he's going, I don't want to play this
I'm
list
bored of it
anymore.
now. Yeah,
So the list is boring.
boring. If that was 5 games with Jedi, you'd have had great fun.
Or Skirks.
Skirgs.
Did I tell you about the time I flew against Tim and I PS killed his Chiranu with Torquil?
Yeah, PJ, the environment cards, they are not. They're cards. They are like.
They're like mission cards.
Like mission cards, like different game modes you can play.
Yeah.
So it's like. Continuous bombardment does something. Countdown does another one.
It's about
Minefield puts. You start with mines
yeah,
on
they're
board.
about board setup.
Yeah. So there might be. It looks like there's some new gas clouds, new shaped gas clouds in there, but I don't think it's a new obstacle mechanic. I'd be very surprised if it was. We've seen what the introduction of gas clouds has done, so
Well, it's introduced easy mode, isn't it?
yeah.
X-Wing easy mode. I'm going to set them all up near me because you can't do anything about it. And I'm just going to fly straight over them before we even engage.
Yep, and then we're done.
So let's not worry about those. Or I'm going to set them up in the middle of the board and then just hide behind them to get stupid amounts of evades.
Yes.
I've decided as well I'm bringing back Debris Gambit.
No, because the whole point of that list, Mr. Stander, is to allow Bones to be beaten. So the reason we introduced that rule from the word go is so that you know what you're fighting when you want to come and win Bones. We
Yeah.
want Bones to keep changing hands and not be boring in that way.
Yeah.
The fact that Tim wasn't supposed to win 5 in a row, he's supposed to win 1 or 2 and then go, all right, he's running that list, I'll take against it.
What it's supposed to do is, what we're trying to do is we're trying to replicate what was meta at the time,
Yeah.
right? And then encourage people to come up with lists
Lists to beat
counter
that,
the
yeah.
meta, to give you guys a bit of kind of,
And it's
a bit of a, not guidance, because you guys don't need guidance, but a bit of like an idea of what
You can-
works
yeah,
against
just-
various different lists.
see that this list beat this list, but then soon next week, the next list beat that.
Yeah.
So it was meant to make it so that he didn't hold it forever, because we'd know that he was always going to run that list and we'd beat it. But unfortunately for Tim, he flew
Well,
a
he's
bit too well.
He's a bit good, isn't he?
Yeah, a bit too good for us.
Tim's a good player.
Not
isn't
going
he?
to Worlds, unfortunately, though.
No?
He's got the invite, but he's a teacher, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, can't get time.
Term time, can't get time off. So it's really disappointing for Tim.
Yeah.
And good fortune for all you Americans, because they smashed you all.
How much would it be for me to get a fake passport under the name of Tim Marsden?
Tim Marsden and some ID.
And some
Well, I
ID?
don't think you'd even need that, would you? You can fly out as Steve. You just need someone to pretend to FFG you or Tim.
Well, Tim can be my middle name.
Steve, Tim Marsden.
Steve Marsden. Surely someone knows someone called Steve Marsden somewhere.
Steve Marsden, but I go by Tim.
Yeah, because it's easier to stay.
It's just an Englishism. Tim's short for Steve in
Yeah.
England.
Wow, those crazy Brits are mad. I don't know. That was a very bad American accent.
Die, Corin, die. Wow, that's a lot of dice. Is this a... Where did those dice come from? Oh, Miranda Angel. Oh yeah, Tim and Steve are just the spit of each other.
Totally. He could be
That's no moon.
just bad mouth home missiles. And they'll believe.
So
Or-
just bad mouth home missiles to the border agent that believed it's him. No, don't talk about missiles with the border agent. You'd definitely get arrested.
Hey, don't worry. All this talk that's going on, for those that may have joined us recently, there's a raffle going on.
There is a raffle going on.
And you can win a K Taniguchi special
Metal Han Wedge old art card.
Yeah.
It's beautiful as well.
Yeah, it's really good.
And how many people got in?
Yeah, because otherwise.
Because we're going to throw in a brilliant evasion jamming beam if we've got what I deem a good number of people entered. But I don't think we have, to be honest. If we hit 50 tickets,
Yeah.
we're currently on 40 something. So if we hit 50 tickets,
Whoa. You've introduced a little bit of intrigue there.
yeah.
I like it.
So if we hit 50 tickets, that doesn't mean new people. It could mean that some of you lovely people want a couple extras.
And as if by magic.
I imagine, Frick, they'll be around here somewhere. They were sat on this side here that's ever growing with things. Or maybe I sent someone to give them to you. I can't remember. I remember we discussed them being given to you at Beanie, but then no one was going. So I imagine they're in this pile somewhere. Damn it, I've not made it intriguing enough.
Intrigue.
Bloody hell, look at all these cards.
What have you got? There's loads.
These like quick build groovy things
Yeah,
that I really liked with the art on the back. I think that what these are best for, making a collage. Yeah, I'm sure they're here.
Or using them as you can rip them a little bit and use them for roll up cigarettes
Oh, yeah.
as the filters.
There's the bun at the end.
Yeah. There should also be 4 metal focus tokens. I won 6, but only received 2. Take it up with the boss, dude.
I got more here, but oh no, these are charges. Oh, there are more here. You only received 2. That's weird.
That's outrage, Ulfric. Outrage, son.
Maybe they spent them like 5p on the postage. Maybe that's what they got confused by.
Yeah, well.
There's more here, so don't worry. You can always have 4 at the weekend if you need to, Ulfric. That's not a problem.
Ryan's just rolling silly evades out.
He is. I will have a search through the stack of stuff though to find you. Oh, I heard a jingle then. That sounded like metal. More metal tokens. No name on. Maybe they might have fell on like the envelope as well though. You got to remember that would be rubbish. But we can always hook you up, Ulfric. We are generous after all.
So, Paul, I kind of know what that technical term is, but obviously I can't be seen to be advocating anything like that. So, roll up cigarettes it is, thanks.
Roach. That's it.
What?
Roach paper. It's the filter at the end.
Maybe in your world, son.
I know they can be used for the smoking of other things that we can't advocate
Yeah.
for. But some people like to. Nick Bond, always on his cigarettes, he doesn't use real filters.
Yeah.
He uses a bit of paper.
Yeah.
Because he, for whatever reason, doesn't like the taste of it unfiltered. He likes it unfiltered. Because some people do. There's a frisbee up here.
So Tim's moving whisper
Raster's new
about.
toy.
Very nice. I don't even want to know. It's probably a microphone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my friend.
So Tim's moving whisper about like a demon here, and he's got 1 minute left to take another 120 points. So we've had another 2 tickets come in.
Oh,
We're nearly at the goal.
we're nearly there. We have less than we did before to go.
So we've got to get to 50 tickets. We're up to 40 something. A bit like my age, really. In
40
fact, it
something.
is kind of similar to my age, the amount of tickets we've sold. We've sold 1 ticket for every year I've been on this planet. Ooh, Rattler's in for 1. I think Clive's already maxed out.
No, we're nearly there. That brilliant evasion is comedy gold.
Well, it looks kind of green.
It does in this light, to be fair, but it's not. It's silver. There you go.
There
right,
you go, we've
you
got
have
it.
hit the limit. Not the limit. The point. So we'll be giving away the brilliant evasion jamming beam card as well. We'll give that one away first, and then we'll give away the hand wedge second.
Perhaps you could give a third prize, please,
Third one.
which is 2 hours locked in a room with me.
Okay. So if we hit 75 tickets, I'll give away a third prize place for 2 hours in a room with Steve.
Yes, clothes are optional. Only women enter. I'm only joking. Men are alright.
Bit sexist, that.
Well, yeah, that's why I said I was only joking. It's never going to happen. We're never going to get to 75 tickets.
I don't think I want to win it. So okay. Oh. Paul wants it.
Paul always wants it.
Can we cancel tickets? Exclamation raffle -4.
Yeah. All right, guys. You know, way to go to make someone feel wanted.
He drives all this way to come see you, and this is how you treat
And I
him.
just get abused in the chat.
Yeah.
Luke Townsend, I would like to withdraw my entry. This is just, you know, thanks, guys.
This chair is dying. And I know whose fault it is. It's Raster's.
Yep.
He sits on this so often. And paints and wriggles and... My beautiful chair is dying. Rerolls. Tim's there. Looking dubious with
How
those.
many re-rolls?
Rerolls, the rerolls, the rerolls. Who was it?
3 hits into Whisper.
Maybe it was Barrage Rocket. Hit, crit.
Can we choose who Steve gets locked in a room with? Yeah.
Well,
you-
that'll
do
be
you
an
know what?
interesting
We'll do
prize.
that.
You win the right to lock someone in a room with Steve.
Yeah.
Someone consenting, of course, and it can't be like a hostage situation. Crit for on Whisper.
It can't be a hostage situation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if you just locked a random person in a room with you, it'd be a bit dodgy, wouldn't it?
It's time on the round.
It's time on the round. Are they going to start? Oh, there's some more dice. Don't know whose they are.
Corin?
Did they decide that Ryan rolled too many dice and should have only rolled 2, not 3, because he's cheating?
That's it. So we have a new Bones winner.
Bones!
And I think Tim will be the happier out of the two.
Yeah. Bones has been vanquished.
Yep.
Whoa! Don't like it today. That's right, isn't it? Sharp, isn't it? Yeah. I know another Ryan.
That's it. It's been updated.
Yeah, we get to watch Ryan throw this list and descend into the madness of Bones. Yep. Holding Bones shouldn't be a pleasurable experience.
I am going to respond to that.
It wasn't meant to come out like it did.
I'm not going to respond to that either.
Ever so sorry, guys, for that. Whatever that was. Right, should we draw this raffle? Right, you got 30 seconds, guys, to enter the raffle.
I'm still disappointed that no one wants to go.
No one wants to go in 2 hours in a room with you.
I mean, seriously.
Come down the weekend.
After all I do for this community, what happens? You get an option to do this, and you refuse it. In fact, you don't even refuse it. You throw it back in my face. You stream baddies.
Stream baddies.
You know, I'm actually
All I
quite
do for
disappointed.
all of you, and none of you want to come in a room with me.
Yeah, I travel all this way to get abused by you lot.
Week in, week out.
Well, not so much, but
Less often. Can I swap any prize I get for the 2 hours?
no.
Great band name, Stream
Stream
Buddies.
Hashtag stream baddies. Yeah, it's just like, you know, I'm
You
you
Stream
know,
Buddies.
I'm speechless with you
He's gone bright red.
people.
Like, the past red now. It's
Fact,
now beetroot
You
colours.
can't even call yourself people. Excuse the language, but Tim just twatted me in the face with bone.
That was karma for whoever he was said is not people.
That lot.
Steve comes. Tim
yeah.
comes in and just throws Bones.
Just been
Straight
poked in
in
the
Tim's
face
face.
by Tim's bone.
Right, started.
Right. So we We are debating whether Ryan or you is the happiest out of that.
You, isn't it? The stream spotted the interesting tactics from Gergerod.
What's that, jousting?
Jousting.
What's wrong with that? It's fine.
Yeah, that was a classic on board of this list move. It's fine. We've already explained the situation.
No comment.
That the whole premise of playing for Bones was that we put lists on the table and we try and come up with the counters to beat them. It just turns out you're a bit good at.
You're
this
a bit
game.
good at this game and couldn't get beaten.
Yeah, and it will forever go down in the annals of
I
history
think Brian could have beaten me for 100
that you threw that game
I didn't throw the game.
on stream.
I didn't throw the
But
game.
we did actually make a point of saying there was no collusion.
No collusion. No, we
Yeah.
didn't talk about it first.
It just-
Yeah, as soon as those target locks came out, that was it. Leopard print scared him away.
Yeah, the leopard print target.
Right, we're going to draw the prizes
Buy
now.
any paint in that game?
No,
No,
well,
you
your
were-
first
you were a
roll
bit
was
of a-
right.
So Ryan.
Yeah, your first attack was pretty
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
stonking,
So,
but after
right,
that.
so Ryan rather arrogantly rolls those 3 hits, doesn't he, with Corrin, and he goes, "Oh well, that's rack dead, isn't it? Sorry," and was like being like all arrogant about it, like really arrogant about it. So I picked up my dice and he went, "What are you doing? You're dead." So I like not necessarily rolled it and got the blank anyway. Because if I'd got
Yeah.
eyeballer at evade, the
Yeah, you were
reinforcement
still
kept me
alive,
alive.
Yeah.
And Ryan went, "Oh yeah, oh it doesn't matter, does it? Now you've realised because I'm dead anyway." Never mind.
Right.
But Tim, you're now no longer the Bones champion.
Oh.
Freedom! Freedom from that
Freedom to
list.
put. You haven't got to lug this list.
You can
around
fly
every
Jedi
Tuesday.
to your heart's content.
I've lost my phantom dial as well. I had to borrow Ryan's.
Oh, did you?
So it's obviously meant to be.
So Ryan now has to fly Luke, Corrin, and Miranda.
Yeah, forever. Yeah. I'm going to tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, have you realised you've locked yourself into Luke Miranda Corrin for the rest of your life?
Oh, can no one challenge him? Oh, no, challenge him, but never beat him. Just like
Yeah,
deliberately
absolutely.
throw every
Yeah, I'm
game.
just going to put Sarisu on 2 Sykes on the
Well,
table.
you do that anyway. So.
Right. Right, we're going to draw out the first winner, which
Here he
gets.
I'm going to formally retire from the Bones competition.
Everything goes back to me.
No.
It's just, we've got 7 match 2 challenges. No, I really like that list.
It's good. It's a good list.
It's
It's a
good
good
fun.
game. I enjoyed the game actually.
So we've got someone non-exclusive.
Smart, go out a winner. Ryan is unlikely to win again anyway.
Oh, Paul.
That's Paul Spurgeon.
Yeah,
Isn't
it
it?
is, yeah.
It's always bloody Paul Spurgeon. He would say that.
Right, we're going to draw out the first one
He's
for
got the tact of a
evasion
sledge.
jamming beam.
Yes. Something like that, sir.
Lucky call sign, who may have just gone to bed, but
Oh,
you
that's what I
win
think
the
that I
metal brilliant evasion jamming beam.
Are
Congratulations.
you doing like the admin stuff, or
Yeah,
we're just dicking
you're
about?
messing about.
I'm not sure.
Rattler, if she's gone to bed, get in touch
I
and
know.
let us know how to get hold of them to her.
And who's the
Um,
winner of the very special
and
Kei Taniguchi?
Well, they're both special take Gucci's, but this
Take-
one's
who's Kei Taniguchi?
Wedge. This is Wedge Han. So Wedge Han goes
Is that
to
like the evil version of K?
Luke Townsend.
Bit racist.
Fishy, we know you. So
Fishy, well done, mate.
I've heard of him.
He drew it twice, so you're a winner anyway.
yeah, you were the second one. Yeah.
I can't believe. Oh no.
What have you done?
I can't believe that after over a year, the 2 chances Fishy thing is still
Still going.
He's owned it though. To be fair
Yeah.
to him,
Yeah.
he's owned it. I like Luke. He's one of
in the
my
chat?
most
Who's hanging
favourite
out?
people in the world. Well, if you count favourite as pretty much generic.
Whatever that is, smells
Nice.
amazing. Your juice smells good. Right.
My juice smells good.
Yeah, your vape juice smells
You
really good.
are a
No, it
cheeky
doesn't,
boy.
children.
You're a
No, it
cheeky
doesn't,
boy.
children.
His
Don't
vape
vape.
juice sounds really nice. It smells
No,
really
it does
nice.
not.
We
It's
think
not good for you, but don't
Weekend
smoke.
Wallers does not.
No.
It
Don't
endorse
smoke, don't vape.
vape juice.
No.
we thought that Ryan was he's a bit like a children's TV presenter.
Okay.
So we're going to call you Philip Schofield from now on.
Nice.
And Josh is Gordon the
Silver
Gopher
fox.
in the broom cupboard.
Thanks.
That explains where its hands been for the past few weeks.
Ooh! So Weekend Warlords does not endorse puppetry of any kind.
Human puppetry.
Human puppetry.
Thank you.
Oh, it's descended. Bones has done it. It's because you smashed me in the face with
I
it.
did actually.
Yeah, whisper, email sales at Weekend Warlords or .co.uk.
Lucky call
or
sign, you
hit us
whisper
up on
your address.
Facebook. That's perfect.
It's probably best just to say it out loud, dude.
Sounds really creepy.
No, it's going on here.
Steve.
Oh, excuse me.
Whisper my address.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, guys. Well,
already
thank
know
you for
where
joining
you're
us.
going.
Sorry about the
Before.
chaos. It had to send it to at the end here, but
Anyway,
we'll roll the
decorum,
credits
decorum.
and we'll see you Oh, I won't see you, but
Fish has got a second chance. Woo.
Well, where are you?
thank
next
you,
week?
Tam Ward.
Thank you, Tavern
I'll see him next week. I won't see him at the weekend. I'm not at the weekend,
I'm
but
at the weekend.
Rasta
Yeah.
and Alex will be with you on
I'm here at the weekend.
Saturday,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
and
Carlo.
Carlo Sunday. So Ryan and Carlo Sunday. So 2 top teams for you. Steve may be here,
Yes.
not in the booth, but may appear for a short while.
I am. I'm DJing in Oxford on Saturday
you?
night, / Sunday morning. So it may be a little bit of a stretch to get.
Can you
here.
can you
I'll swing
stream?
for a day, especially with my amazing girlfriend going to be with me. So she might not want to. She might not be ready to meet you lot yet.
Yeah.
Well, it's-
And if Paul Spurgeon's going to be here, I definitely ain't coming and bringing her.
bit harsh.
The Vicarage.